I've hit the button.
Okay.
That's what I figured.
Is Webcon also here? I haven't heard him very well. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, I saw you light up, so I was like, okay, you are here.
Well, last time, what happened, everybody? Nothing happened important, right? It was nothing important?
We had the first day of our bar, and then some fucker almost got gat in the streets. This is a rough hood, man.
But we're heroes.
You are heroes. You successfully saved 2 individuals.
No. Let's. Some of us are heroes, Lou. Some.
I healed.
He helped heal Fala.
It's not as if I questioned him. I just said some of us are heroes. Are you insecure, man? Are you just not confident?
Well, you know, being a drow, people always assume the worst.
No, it's not because of that. You've used that as an excuse.
You've already used the full one.
And as a note, because I had utterly forgot, Lou did go to work that morning. He did not tell the Lord's Alliance to go F themselves.
He continued to make
I'm a
some
good
poor
employee.
child's life a misery.
For no reason whatsoever. And then he went to go, he went and taught Squidly how to, play some instruments. Generally nice, fun, cheery event. Oh, and then you had 2 people almost were murdered in front of your house.
And we've got a
guards
fair
come and-
feeling of who the cunt be that fired the gun.
And who did the slicing.
Yes. In fact, it was the same person.
Conveniently, I don't know how this works. But,
It's called dual wielding. It's
Oh.
quite handy for twinks and munchkins.
Well, so then what happened, of course, is in the married couple's bedroom, an orb of darkness showed up, and out walked 3 drow who have summoned you all into the common room.
And we're just
Well, the
lucky
food we were
Jarlaxle was
taking-
dressed.
Yes, thankfully, Jarlaxle was dressed.
Only because the 2 others were there.
No, he likes a crowd. It's an irony as a rogue.
So, he's there. He's summoned you all down, and he's not looking very thrilled. He has got his eye patch over his right eye, and he looks mildly annoyed at the situation.
Oh, is that a mood indicator? If it's on the left eye, he's cheerful?
Oh, jeez.
No, it's just, he has his eye patch over his right eye. This is just a fact of life right now. And yeah, he looks very serious right now. And so do the other 2.
To be fair, the group generally look quite serious, if only because they're not morning people, and this is not morning yet.
Mm.
Roused
for
from the
this-
slumber, where not many people are cheerful. Except for Kago.
True.
Yeah, just say what you're going to say. I'm listening and just keep my eyes closed so I can focus on what you had to say. As I lean into my chair a bit further, it is way too fucking late.
Got a fair eye of feeling and know where the topic's gonna go, so let's hear it.
I'm not going to beat around the bush. We have found your drow serial killer.
Aye, I had a feeling you might have known him. Possibly on a first-name basis.
It would be Saloons of Brindas. Now, at this stage, actually, Nadrax, roll me a history. Just you. Just to see. Because you all haven't actually heard his full name.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Lou might have, but he definitely didn't pay attention when it happened.
He just said Saloon. Let me see. What do you have? Yeah. No, you don't think you've heard this name. You don't think you've heard the last one. It sounds kind of familiar, but at the same time, no.
It is also late.
It's late. It's tired. Everybody's tired, wants to go home.
Yeah.
So, I have had a complete recounting of the incident today. I will point out explicitly, this is not one of our operations, and it is not condoned.
That's good to hear. I have to admit, I was a wee bit worried knowing you've got lads who are probably on the side of nefariousness. I was hoping some random fucking killer wasn't among your ideal boys.
And you can see he's pausing for a moment. And it almost looks like he's Sorry, my brain just died. The cat was doing something really, really dumb.
Working out a lie around this, and actually, I quite like the fact he could kill anyone.
We'll pretend that's not a thing. But it's almost like he's rehearsed what he's trying to say here. This is not this sort of behavior and lack of judgment is not what we generally want to have in our organization.
Yes.
This is not.
We fucking look at Lou when he mentions lack of judgment.
Yes.
I'm not a lieutenant.
He also hasn't killed anyone yet, as far as we know.
Not murdered, anyways.
I don't know. He put the boot to that child last night. Smug little shit shoveling asshole. Think you're so good.
What's happened here is not only a negative for the city, but of course it's also a negative for Greg and Dier.
Aye.
It's not very good to have people know that there are drow assassins running around with pistols, and certainly not murdering random elves where they stand.
But why?
Well,
He's doing the Lord's work.
Does Zana actually say that?
Yes.
well, he looks over at you.
Why is he doing what he's doing?
Yeah, that is actually a decent question there. The rest was all common sense.
Oh, all right, yeah, that's fair enough. He just kind of gives a little bit of a sigh and just says, "How many of you know things about the drow?"
None of us. I can safely say none of us. Again,
They
glancing at
haven't-
Lou.
They haven't left the best of impressions on us, so
Most of the
Not
ones
much?
most of the ones we tackle with were undead. And then the ones that were living didn't have a lot of time for discourse.
I thought they were just normal elves with bad sunburn.
Well, I will point out that usually drow and surface elves don't necessarily get along too well.
That's not
It's a
surprising.
well-known fact.
Bjorn here would say that surface elves don't get along with anybody.
That is not exactly a surprise.
Not to the same degree. Consider that one of the favored pastimes of many drow cities is to go up to the surface and have a surface raid on elven settlements. Not for necessarily any personal gain, but for the fun of it.
Yeah, fair enough.
We do not do that.
Aye.
However, this is a permeating belief amongst many of our people that the surface elves are inferior, just like any gestures the rest of you would be. That's where this comes
sound any
from.
different from a normal elf consideration.
He gives a little bit of a shrug. Point is, that would be where this comes from if I had to guess. I haven't asked him.
Aye, so the
What?
bigger issue is what is our option for dealing with this issue? Because he's bad
Well-
for both of us.
He nods. There are three options. Option one is we can handle the incident ourselves. I would prefer not to go that route. It would be simple. However, obviously they're still going to be looking around for the drow assassin, and even if we drop his body off in the alleyway, that will cause an incident because, well, who killed him?
Aye.
It's going to ask questions. We don't want it. Option two would be for you fine fellows to handle him. You have reason to be seeking him out. After all, he just tried to murder your neighbor and almost killed one of your patrons.
Well, I'm me.
Well, that, and I believe he also he successfully put 2 holes in our comrade's ear, one almost at the death's door. So
Aye, but I walked it off.
but it was enough of an excuse for me to assist in pounding his head into the ground.
To be fair, we can pin most of the blame on Bjorn afterwards. It's quite easy that way.
I assume he is aware you are out for his blood now?
No. And I want to keep it that way.
Huh.
Simply
So-
Another
put,
signature trap.
If no one was to say anything, he would likely show up again for Lou's lessons?
well, that would be accurate. However, I do see a slight problem with that. Number one, I don't necessarily think it's wise to have him sneaking around about here with the guard knowing that there is a drow assassin floating about.
And we've got some awkward explanations if we find his corpse in our house.
That was my second point.
Hey.
You'd have to explain why he's here.
Hey, and he might also just kill another person on the way over here.
Correct. My main idea would be, we do have a abandoned warehouse that we've occasionally been using. I would be recommending to Saloon that for Lou's lesson, since there was a murder by a drow nearby, he should come around. The lesson would then transpire in the warehouse, at which point you fine folk would be laying in wait and would be able to spring the trap.
Aye, that would tidy things up a bit.
Well, that's about what I was planning with a different location.
However, I do have a special request. It's optional, but I would prefer it to be handled a certain way. I would very much like for you all to take him alive to the city guard.
Honestly, a bit surprised there. I figured you'd want him silenced.
No, I trust him to keep his silence. This is his own personal affair, and he knows that he's made an error. As long as he is not aware that we put him in the situation for you all to take him in, he will not talk. I know his loyalties. This is a extreme lapse in judgment. But as long as he's not aware that we are selling him out to you, he will not sell us out. It will solve our problem neatly. He will no doubt say that he came here on his own and will deflect any suspicion.
And then what?
Now,
he goes to jail?
Well,
have you not read the code legal?
Waterdeep is more civilized, but I do have an inkling that he will not be seeing the light of day afterwards.
Ah, that's good. That guy's a fucking dick.
Lou, for fuck's sake.
He might be happy about
give a chuckle.
He is a cunt, though.
Oh no, he won't be happy about it. You seem to forget something. Chances are, I have no doubt that they're actually going to execute him. Probably not in public, because this is Waterdeep. And they wouldn't necessarily want to have a drow elf floated about like that. But second off, I have no doubt the interrogations are going to be more rigorous than one would expect. Particularly as I do know that at least the Open Lord of Waterdeep is aware that Bregan the Earth is active in the city. We might send somebody to ask some questions.
Well, time to get known by the guard, another reason. Options 3 is alright.
Now, I will stress that, obviously, if it looks like he might kill one of you, you are more than able to take care of the issue permanently. But I will state my preference. This is your job. And in fact, you're doing me a favor. And I would be a fool to demand how the favor is used.
Alright. Alive to the city guard.
That would be my preference.
Looks a wee bit better as well afterwards. I don't fancy the idea of him suffering none, despite what he's been doing. I'd rather just end it, but if that's the right way.
And he looks over at you, Lou, and then states, by the way, I do know that if you take him in, he has no next of kin according to Waterdeep law. You could always ask for his effects back. And I would prefer that as well. I want that pistol back.
Fair enough.
Now, as for the actual items, I'll be more than happy to spread the rest of what he has to the rest of you. However, I do need that gun back.
Ooh.
We try it once, just one shot.
No, especially not you.
Monk with a gun.
Quickly nudges Skadix and mime drawing something on a paper to him.
You notice that Jarlaxle tilts his head and says,
Wink.
if Gaddix would like, he could look it over and make notes. But I want it back.
Okay, note, but he wants it back. I find this acceptable.
So we'll be doing this tomorrow.
Yes, I'll have it all set up for tomorrow, although some things do need to be adjusted. Oh, okay. And he looks over at Lou. You do have work tomorrow, yes?
No, it should be my last day.
I'm a little bit nervous having you wandering the streets with them knowing that there is a drow assassin floating about. Don't get me wrong, the city guard knows that you are not involved, but that doesn't mean that the average citizenry might not freak out and you might not spend a couple hours in the cells. You're going to be accompanied on your work tomorrow.
Okay.
So, you just go shrug. Don't be surprised when Felton shows up tomorrow.
It'll be more fun if we go together.
Yeah, it might be a fun time for a lad. He definitely gave you a wee bit of VI, Lou.
Felrecht has gone absolutely pink, which is a bit odd for a drow. Congratulations, Lou. You've now told everybody that Felrecht and Felton are the same person.
Oops.
For fuck's sake. This is why I kicked you when we were talking to Zord as well.
I'm still learning how to be a spy, okay?
The first lesson is shutting the fuck up. Even I know that. And listen to me. I'm loud as fuck.
Kribig is facepalming. Felrecht looks like he wants to melt into the floor, and Jarlaxle is greatly amused. Although he's greatly amused for about 5 seconds until suddenly he pauses. And he looks over at the hall door here. And after a moment, he just kind of... One of you might want to put the girl to sleep. She's gotten up.
I figured as much. Well, to be honest, I thought it would be Squiddly. Hello and that.
She jumps 50 feet in the air because obviously she did not hear Jarlaxle say that.
It's alright.
How much are you blocking the door?
It's hardened. The entire door is blocked.
She waves. She tries to look in.
Wait. I'll tell you about it later. Wait, I want you on the bed. Been a busy day.
She kind of steps back a little bit, gives a little bit of a nod. But you can tell she's looking. She's realized something's going on in there. And she's interested.
Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Just have a good night. You'll be wrapped up in a minute anyway.
You feel the poking in your brain again.
Aye, on you come. Let's hear it.
Who's there?
I mean, maybe a bit of an overestimation to say it's a mate. But I'll tell you.
Starts laughing.
I'll tell you about him in a wee bit, though.
She eventually nods.
Alright, I won't keep you in the dark.
You again get the poke of, do I know them?
Funnily enough, aye.
Don't say that. She kind of gets a nod and goes back in the room. And Jarlaxle's now face palming.
It's alright. I mean, it didn't say who.
I think it would be best if she's not aware of who I am.
That's why I didn't let her in or tell her straight up. That's alright, knowing that there's some mysterious benefactor that leaps about a bit.
Very good. Well, I suppose
Wait,
that...
so she knows you guys?
She knows me.
Well, knows an identity, sort of.
I've managed to keep myself disguised. I don't think it's wise that she knows she's dealing with drow elves.
You hear that, Louis?
So, might you be the friend she's been visiting during the noon hours?
That would be correct.
Yeah, that's why at the moment I'm alright with that there.
I see.
I think it's generally good for everybody if she doesn't know, because not only does that make sure that she's not seen as a target by somebody else, but keeps her out of any sort of dangerous business.
Aye, this is just
After
about
all,
helping.
I'm just trying.
Aye, this
What
is just about
exactly
helping her
are you
communicate.
teaching her?
Exactly. What was the question?
Yeah. What exactly are you teaching her?
Method of
giving you put off her knife lessons to me.
Aye, well, he's teaching her a wee method of communication, but she's still practicing a wee bit, not quite ready to reveal the whole thing just yet.
Huh.
He gives a nod.
All right.
Which is why
Just
she
a
was
little
all
bit of
secretive.
assistance.
That's why she was all secretive about it.
Curious.
And
Well,
yeah,
I
she's not
suppose
ready
it
for a
makes
knife
sense.
just yet.
Nadrax, do you continue posting that? Because Jarlaxle is going to be very quiet on this matter.
Well, basically, this was Nadrax just hearing all of this for the first time because he wasn't aware of this.
Well, neither was anybody else other than Lou and Harton.
And there's Anna.
Oh, yeah, and Uzana.
But Harton has just said that she's not ready for a knife yet.
Well, all right.
Best thing the kids could do is just run and scarp her. They've got a knife and they cut someone, they're going to become a target.
So, oops. Also, somebody give me a perception. Anybody who might be observing the random drow guests you have.
I'll say I'm not then.
Just listening with my eyes closed.
Holy fucking shit! Yeah, everybody's the least observant of the lot.
There's a bug on that wall over there.
For fuck's sake, fine. There we go, Horrix.
Hey, there we go. These two.
The short ones know, because they're on the right eye level with the drow.
For the shorties.
Well, Gadix is also interested now because now he has a gun that he might be able to.
Yeah.
This is him.
There we go. Fine. I'm just
So for
happy
the
with
shorties
fact.
only.
I'm just amused by the fact I rumbled Felton.
Oh yeah, no, he's still pink.
Yep.
And
now
yeah,
I know it was him at the bar. Thanks, Lou. You idiot.
I'm a good spy.
But for the two shorties, you've realized that Jarlaxle's eye patch is on the other eye now. Mid-conversation, you don't know when he switched it, but he switched it.
So he's in a good mood now.
No, he's still not in that good of a mood. He eventually just does a little bit of a shrug and says, for Lou, I'm going to point out your lesson should be continuing, but I'm going to have to assign you a new tutor after tomorrow.
Probably a good idea, yeah.
I will have Felrex show up. You'll be using the front door as Felton.
I promise we won't trap that door.
No, we fucking won't.
And Felrex just gives a nod of thank you. I would prefer that. I mean,
do you want us to trap the door?
no.
We're not trapping our front door.
What about the stairs?
Fuck no. You've had your fun and possibly driven them to commit more murder.
You probably should feel bad.
Jarlaxle's he's looking amused, but he's got his fingers against his temple.
They were fucking hilarious. I'm not going to say it wasn't. But that's run its course now. He was fucking useless, I've got to say.
Okay, so I will stress, he's usually far more competent. I don't know, he's got a bee in his bonnet. Well, several bees in his bonnet. But Lou has definitely got up his...
In one night, he fell off our roof. Twice. I caught him the second time. Or first.
And it wasn't even trapped.
No, it was a fucking... He was that paranoid by it.
Jarlaxle is now actually grinning and just says, you caught him?
Aye. No, not like I found him. No. He fell from the roof and landed in my arms.
That's what I thought. Oh boy. That might explain a lot. That explains the absolutely sour mood he's been in.
Aye, and then we finished off the night by him shooting me a couple of times while giving chase. Mind you, I blasted him a few times too.
Oh, we noticed. He came back looking like he was Well, he wasn't looking too hot when he got back. We were interested, but he had an excuse.
Come
Oh,
off the roof.
which excuse might that be?
He waves his hand a little bit. I won't go into that, but he did have an excuse. Although, with Lou's report, if this had not happened, we would have been aware of the situation. We still would be having this conversation. But it would have been in a lighter tone.
Natalie's went and fucked that up.
But, thankfully, you made sure nobody actually died tonight. I do have to give you all applause for that.
Well, we weren't alone.
Well, speaking of,
right.
He gestures over to Felric and just says, please do keep Felric's secret identity secret. Lou.
My lips are sealed.
Good man. And would the rest of you kindly do the same?
No bother.
Can do.
What? Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'm not sure Alex even knows.
Although I've got to ask, this one don't have any weird nightly excursions?
Felric is blushing but shakes his head. Absolutely not. I do not have any of that.
Good lad.
Certainly don't go on any murdering sprees. With that, Droaxel gets up and just says, well, I will come back round to you all once the situation has been permanently resolved. May things go well.
With any
and luck. They all make to leave.
Well, have a good night.
They go up to your bedroom, Harton, to go use the little magical thing.
What? Why can't they just use the fucking door?
Well, for obvious reasons, the guards. There was an attempted murder here earlier. It's a little bit easy, but why couldn't they use Horrick's room? That's got a tower attached to it, or Lou's room, where Drow tend to go anyway.
I guess they don't like stairs.
I mean, have we ever seen Lou use a door? Is this just something dark elves do?
I did go in that open door that one time.
Oh, okay.
Twice.
Well, Lou is a halfling, basically. He doesn't count.
A drowling, got it.
I wouldn't have minded, but that's the one bedroom where something fucking happens. They could have gone into Bjorn's room. Don't even have to sneak, his snoring would cover up the noise.
And well, this is all very fascinating. I'm going back to bed. We can discuss this in the morning. Good night, everyone.
Good night. It's a long walk to the bedroom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or the hall.
You're so tired, not even the prospect of Drow in his bedroom phases it.
Just as a walk by, so you just hear.
I can hear him through the walls.
Yeah.
Don't wake the kids.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure they're already gossiping about what just happened.
Well, only Nat was awake.
Oh, she's bound to have woken the two up to talk.
You could always check.
I'll give them their privacy. I
And
head
while
up to
everyone's
bed though and
walking,
get my
Beatrix
privacy
just
back though.
rides Cargo up the stairs.
Zoom. Whoa.
Just don't fall.
And now to hope that when I wake up, the white hair on my pillow isn't from me or a Drow, it's from my wife.
Well, if it's from you, that could make a little sense. If it's from a drow, who invited them?
Fucking no one, but they keep on coming. And it wouldn't it make sense? I'm still in my prime.
Well, yeah, but this has been. Well, I would have thought this would have been pretty stressful.
Not that much. I mean, making sure that the kids are doing alright is a bit more stressful, by which I mean Lou.
Sure.
Squilly and Jinx are doing fucking perfectly. Oh, off to Betty Buys, I believe. With a prospect of tangling with a nefarious Drow assassin. And second day of having the business open. It's all go. We've not even been here a 10-day, love.
That is a bit of a problem. Are you going to be able to open, considering you're going to be dealing with this drow assassin at night?
We'll do a
in your
morning
prime
lunch.
hours?
Ah.
I mean, most bars don't open till noon, right?
We'll take... No, if we open in the morning, you see, we can take in the ones who were kicked out at night. You know when they said you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here? We're of a place you don't have to go home to.
Yeah. You could stay over here instead.
We're not going to judge you unless you're poor.
Yeah, I was about to say, do we want those people given they likely spent their money elsewhere already? I mean, it's just a business decision.
On the bright side, it's a good thing we didn't actually bring in our neighbour. Imagine if she woke up in the middle of the night, got to the common room and saw a free drow. And us chatting casually with him. Alright, now to begin me waking dream. Hopefully when I've nodded off, I'll still have you in me arms.
And not hugging a drow.
Exactly. Or Zord.
Wake up and it turns out it was just Alexiel in disguise.
Dun 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 dun.
Was it you the entire time, all those years? If so, I'm fine with it then. I've gotten used to it. If I didn't notice it before, I'm fine.
She's been a drow plant this whole time.
I'm willing to keep living this lie.
Oh fuck no, a drow plant, that's a yokel, mate. That one has potential, but also much danger.
So, is everybody going to go to bed?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So, sure enough, Lou, you all wake up in the morning, and you know, Lou, you have work. There's a knock on your front door.
Capitalism is a scam, I tell you, a scam.
Well, I mean, you're not actually doing this for work, for money.
It is a scam.
I'm an intern. I'm a shit intern.
You should become a guild artisan like the real moneymakers.
I'm already in Bard College. I can't go to double college.
The real money's in religion. I'm tax exempt.
Ooh.
So, yep, you have a knock on your front door.
Well, better go down. Maybe I'll jump off the roof like Saloon.
You'd probably
Do
be
it.
midway by
Fucking
heart.
do it.
In the bathrobe and the fuzzy slippers.
Where are the stairs? Stairs.
I'm
I'm gonna sneak around the tower.
You know who's at the front door.
Still have to sneak around the tower.
I pop open the door.
It is. Oh, speaking of, it might help if I actually have this token.
Yep.
It's a wild Felton.
Hello, good morning. He's arsing about from the sounds I heard when I was walking down.
That's to be expected.
Yeah, come in, come in.
Thank you. And he carefully comes on in.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, sure. Thank you. If it's not a problem.
Nah, it's not a problem. It's weirdly awkward, though, as he goes down the stairs to walk around his building to go into the bar and the kitchen to wait for a pot to boil.
Oh, hello. Good morning.
We need to dig a
Install a ladder.
hole and
Good morning.
install a ladder.
Yeah, a ladder. Anywhere. Because I somehow ended up outside because I forgot where the stairs led. I'm just out here.
It's just this is what we have to do for our morning tea is walk outside of our house, around our house, and into the front of our house.
I can just see it. Gaddock shows up right as Harton's leaving. Where is he going?
I mean, theoretically, for tea, couldn't you just put it in the fireplace and have a hook?
We could, but it's early morning and I didn't think that through.
We could also have Geddix install something into Kogo.
No.
Bold of you to assume he doesn't already have that capability.
That's not coffee. That's not tea.
I'm not lifting a tail for my morning cup. Unless it's me wife's.
Uzana has a tail?
Yeah, near enough.
Now you've got him thinking about that. You're going to regret that.
Now I'm just thinking, Vidalkins make coffee with tails.
But you pirated the idea.
No, I thought of
There's
it
a neat-
first. Fuck you.
There's a niche market here.
I'll
Tea
install some
Brune
sort
just
of
stepping
recording
over,
device.
stepping over the bar to get to the door a little bit faster. There you go. Enjoy my blessings.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
And he takes it and kind of nervously is kind of standing there sipping.
May you not run aground or go up on the sandy shores today while you're walking around town. Lessons
He
of
looks-
Valkyr, mate.
He looks utterly perplexed, and he clearly has no idea what you're talking about.
I'm a cleric of the good Captain Valkyr.
Oh,
So I can wish you
Lovely.
luck, it's just that it usually has to involve a boat.
oh, all right. Sorry, I haven't actually heard of him before. No offense.
No, that's no surprise. It's mainly, the Isles out eastward, westwards. Bit to the south, the Moonshays and all that there.
He nods.
A few wee chunks of island there where is the main body of worship, so it's pretty small scale.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the information.
Yeah, no worries. Louis, where the fuck is you? Oh, he's out.
Right in front of you.
In where I'm work, yes.
At least have the decency to
That's all.
sneak up and confuse me. It's fucking morning. Where's my wife? Oh, there he is. Aye, now the morning can begin.
Right, so, Lou, ready to go?
Yeah, I'm not shoveling any shit.
Lou, I've already heard that tone from you. Be nice. I've got a feeling you've been a bit of a dick.
I want to give you
There's-
that impression.
There's another knock at the door.
You expecting
And
Felton?
Felric, no. And you see he kind of backs
Nice.
up over here out of the way.
Alright, who the fuck is this? Probably half a guard.
No, it's your neighbor. And she has a little basket.
Hello,
Or,
come on
actually,
in.
they have a little basket.
Step on inside you.
I'm not really stopping by. I just wanted to give this to you folks as a thank you. And they hand you a basket.
But no point having you just on the landing. We've got a bit of a fighter going. Were you able to get a
Well,
decent night?
Thankfully, eventually, I did get a little bit of sleep. Yes, it's a little. I'm still a bit rattled, but things are going. Things are all right.
No surprise, no surprise. So what all we got in here?
Inside, you have a basket with 2 potions of healing, a potion of climbing, and a potion of water breathing.
That's a nice wee assortment. Thank you very much.
Well, it's me who needs to be thanking you for everything that you folks did. And you know, they do look between you, Harton, and you, Lou, because both of you were directly the ones healing.
Aye. Very nice of you. I mean, we don't need incentive or anything out there. Any issue you have, feel free to bring it up.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to go back and tend to my plants now, but thank you.
Very
And
well.
They turn to go back to their place.
That was nice.
That is real nice. That's good to feel out there. A wee bit of generosity.
And Felton looks very, very relieved that they're gone because that was a bit awkward for them. Hey, one of my coworkers tried to murder you.
Aye, but it's not like he was doing it for the job.
Sure.
You can't be responsible for someone being a bit of a violent dick who just goes off something. Where is Bjorn anyway? Oh, he's in the bar. Don't know why he popped into the head there all of a sudden.
It's just a wee bit awkward. Yeah.
Don't worry, laddie. I've known plenty myself. Bjorn too.
At least I used my violence constructively.
Nah, we used to. I mean, we've done a lot of mercenary work, so you always meet these horrible funds. Like, it's one thing to meet someone who's doing the job for a bit of coin, then you just meet the real scum who thrive on that shit. It's never good to know you've walked alongside them.
It's just, give me an insight, anybody who's actually watching.
I am through a haze of tea. And I've got it. I've got his fucking number. It's 24, by the way.
You could. Oh yeah, no, I can see that. He definitely seems like he has other bits of information that might be important, but he's not telling. But he just kind of looks over at Lou. So I suppose time for us to get going.
Yeah, I don't want to be late for the shit shoveling convention.
No. I figured we could grab a bite to eat on the way from the car.
Definitely best to do it before.
No.
Oh no! Don't remind me. I'm not usually on this kind of detail.
I'm thinking bagels.
I wouldn't mind bagels. And away he starts for the door.
Bagels, 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 bagels.
There you go. He's basically pulled.
And then, what's the rest of y'all going to be doing while Lou has gone off to go to work?
Waiting for the third knock.
I did take some notes this morning, so I'll be back upstairs trying to implement things.
Hash potatoes with bacon and sausages.
There's a knock on the other side of the wall here by the window.
What the hell?
Harton, looking out, you see a woodpecker trying to peck a hole in your wood.
You eat. Fuck off. Go. Screw. Get it.
Tell him to use the front door if he needs in.
Nah, he's not coming in. I make use of thaumaturgy to vibrate the air around him.
That makes him move.
Yeah, I give him a little tremor beneath his feet. Come on, piss off you. Not repeating that.
What is a woodpecker doing inside a city?
It's
There's
job.
trees. Yeah. We have a woodpecker that routinely tries to peck a hole in my grandparents' roof, which is very awkward because it's metal.
Just wait until Bjorn has to fight a wild fox for a chicken.
I guess it's just here that woodpeckers are very shy birds. So only in my wooded area, you actually hear and see them.
Oh no, we will go out and yell at it, and it will not even stop. Just like, yeah, I don't care about you.
I'm just not remembering an old clipper of some drunken British guy getting hassled by a fox, so he bats it away with a baguette. It's the only thing he had to hand was a chunk of bread.
Did it work?
Yeah, it ran off with the bread, though.
Yeah. It worked, but at what cost?
About 80p.
All right. So for the majority of you, is there anything of interest that you're going to do while Lou is gone? Or at least before the lovely showdown?
Breakfast.
Okay.
Breakfast and studying.
All right. Yeah. And of course, the kids would be more than happy to get to study.
Yeah.
However, Squidly's going to be a little bit sad that he can't do the sort of studying with the musical instrument. But he would ask you, Harton, for some fanciful stories about when you were out doing adventuring things.
Oh, I know bother there. And we'll see what sparks in my memory here as I flip through my Volo's Guide to Monsters. Particular, I'm got an itch in my head about that, fitly enough. With that brain on legs. I wonder if that's in here somewhere. But he's got that bit wrong. That's bollocks. Bjorn, look at this. Look at this. I admit he's on the sauce a bit often, but you get accounts. But that's bollocks, isn't it? Those do not live in snow. They don't have the fucking body weight for it. Because he's just flipping through random pages.
Yeah.
Because that is a theme with Volo.
Yeah. I'm pretty certain that we saw that one crawl out of the swamp in one of the most humid areas I've ever been. Yeah, it would not survive.
Free flipping. Wait, bullywugs don't have gills. They're frogs. How's he fucked that one up? We did have a wee tough with him. It were amazing too with the way they sprang over Al. And he just goes on the story for Squidly's benefit.
Also, the weirdest thing about bullywugs, they have the cleanest and most straight teeth you've ever seen on anyone. It is terrifying. I've never seen a more pearly white for something that lives in a fucking bog.
So the children are going to get their learning. Braider, turn around. Sorry, I was throwing something at him and I didn't hear him hesitate.
We actually worked alongside a couple of them that were fairly amenable. They weren't drinkers though. They didn't have a liver for it. There were disgusting names that weren't there, like Spot,
Dit,
Rash, nasty ones. Good lads though. Good lads.
One of them had a club hood. It's
Right.
really weird to see with something that has flippers for feet. A club flipper feet.
All right, so switching over to Lou and Felric. You two do go for your lovely little breakfast. You head on down. Oh, it's absolutely boring. Y'all are standing out there in the docks ward as the dung sweepers are sweeping dung. Exactly as one would expect.
Although maybe not quite.
Yeah, it's been 2 days and nothing's happened.
Yeah, the main street's out this area, and then you're kind of in a little side alleyway. And yeah, Felric is keeping light conversation, but he is clearly a little bit bored here. I mean, you're literally just standing watching people sweep dung. Were you a dick to the small child again?
Which one of these is the child?
He's had a rough few years. Come on, man.
I'm gonna mark the child. I could not find my male child token. So there we go. He's the bullseye.
No, I gotta be my best behavior now. Somebody's watching.
When has that ever stopped you?
He knows how to behave when Felric is here.
No, he fucking doesn't. Just you wait and see.
He knows to pretend to behave when Felric is here.
Just you
I really
wait.
want to say you missed a spot, but I won't.
I'm not going to add to his pile either.
And yet, Lou, you do notice every so often somebody does swing on by and they're looking at you. And they're giving you that look. And then Felton kind of shoos them away. You can tell a couple people are not necessarily thrilled after the news has already spread a bit about that drow assassin.
How long's my shift?
1 p.m.
So it's a few hours?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much all the morning.
Okay. I'm not gonna waste any spells going invisible.
And your whole point is you need to be seen.
Children.
So it's boring. Absolutely nothing's going on until you hear a rather loud clamor going on down the alleyway. And then coming around the edge of the alleyway, you see a rather large, disgusting-looking worm-like creature come around the corner. And it is being frantically chased by 2 guards. Roll me some initiative.
It's time to take out the guard. They're menacing that poor creature.
There we go.
To be fair, I think Felton could solo the thing.
Not without keeping his cover.
Yeah, he's incognito.
He can't go using all of his dancy drow assassin moves.
He does. Felric does have his scimitar with him. But yeah, he cannot use that pistol without everybody knowing that something's wrong here.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is the sheet? I think here.
Does he really need the pistol though?
I mean, it would be useful, but I forgot where I put the guard. I forgot the guard sheet.
But yeah, much easier to let some children get eaten.
I would hope not.
I mean, as an orphan, he will not be missed. By
this
definition.
is he is at Helmhold, so he would be actually noted missing.
Yeah, but on a list, and then they move on.
Yeah. The difference is between noting to be missing and actually getting missed.
Which reminds me of Death Spank. You have to rescue a bunch of orphans, and your opening line is "Get in the
Everybody's
bag, future
slow
criminal."
as shit. And Lou, can you put yourself back on the tracker for me? Because I forgot to clear the tracker before you roll.
Consistency.
Yeah, there you go. That's
bad.
very consistent.
I now have the image in my head of someone telling orphans, get in the bag.
Yeah, that was his opening line. "Get in the bag, future criminal."
Lou, a big worm has come up, and your dung sweepers are mildly terrified.
No, get behind somebody! And I'm gonna run forward. Perhaps not me. And I'm gonna make it a slightly smaller worm, hopefully.
Okay,
AC 13.
13, okay. It is a slightly smaller worm.
I hoped. And now I just want to get in front of it and kind of like corral it like it's a sheep, kind of just juking on my feet. And I'll end my turn.
It was the perfect time to eat cake bites. Felric seems actually very impressed. Unfortunately, he can't reach now.
Oops.
Right. Why is it not going down to show his actions? Thank you. Yeah, he does not have. The sheet is broke. I'm gonna.
Yeah, no knife or anything.
He does not have. Yeah, he's not that he's willing to pull out right now. So instead, he's standing there with the scimitar out, and he is waiting. If it comes into range, then he's going to attack it. The guards, however, move in. See?
I hope they miss, and they can blame Lou for making it a smaller target.
15 hit. It does. All right, so it is actually hurt. The carrion crawler, however. Right, so that's range. Okay. Aha, so that can be hit. All right, so the first thing it does is it bites onto the first guard to the right. Does not hit. However, then it looks around and with its tentacles reaches out. Oh, thank you, Felton. That's fantastic. Did I put Felton? Because I needed to reload Felric's sheet because it broke epically. There we go. So then he needs a Constitution save. He passes that. There we go. So yeah, Felton was not necessarily thrilled with that. Lou, it's your turn. Your friend just got smacked with a tentacle.
Have at thee. Gonna run up for a stab. Do I get flanking here?
Yes.
Cha!
You hit? Okay. Now it's time for Felric. He comes over onto this side of you. At this stage of the game, the Dung Sweepers all kind of hang over in this corner because they decided this is a safer corner to hide. And then he does hit with a... Holy fucking shit! Thank you, Felric. You're actually doing something. See, isn't it nice not to have Saloon around?
Yeah.
We'll see.
There we go. Guards, of course. Only one of the guards is doing jack shit.
That's about standard.
And it's the same one each time.
Yeah, usually there's one guy who's not earning his wage.
Over the carrion crawler. Now, Lou, it takes a bite at you. I don't think that hits.
Oh, I can't even see it, so definitely not.
It's a 10.
Yeah, no.
And he
GM
does-
rolling again.
Oh, fucking hell. Really? Why is the carrion crawler rolling to fucking GM?
Well,
My
it's because
God.
all enemy sheets are set to roll the GM because that's the standard of hiding rolls.
Yeah, I wish I would ask. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. No, it's a carrion crawler. Doesn't need to. There we go. No, it hasn't hit anybody though. Lou, your turn.
And I'll do it again.
No, you won't. Wait, yeah, you are because you're flanking. Never mind. So there you go. You hit.
Yeah.
Is that bloody now? It's definitely bloody.
Gotta sharpen that rapier. How many sessions until Lou throws his away?
Hey, it's working.
Yeah.
He's not a rogue.
And then Felrex, yet again, makes another attack with a short sword. Fucking misses twice. Once. There we go. And he hits the second. Did he just do what I think he did?
No.
No, he didn't. Thank goodness. No, it's not that close, actually.
One of the first tales Squidly will tell. The tale of that dwarf. He's not allowed to say that fucking dwarf.
Speaking again, the guards are also not being on Whisper for the love of fuck. Well, hey, they actually both hit something for a change. And the carrion crawler, yet again, bites. This time onto the city guard and actually does some damage. So the right one gets banged up a little bit. And then Lou, give me a Constitution save.
2, in fact.
Yeah. See if I can keep my spell up. Well. Oops.
Does
Well, it was-
the decrease the worm's damage on its bite, or
Yeah, by a d4, but it's
Yeah.
all just poison here.
Yeah.
The con save was for the poison now, not for the concentration. Was it?
Yeah, it was for paralysis, which is quite important.
Yes.
But
So
can you
Lou-
concentrate while paralyzed, actually?
Yeah, until the poison ends, the target's paralyzed.
No, I mean if being paralyzed breaks concentration.
I think it does.
No,
That would
because
make-
like paralyzed, you're not like you can still concentrate, but he still has to do the concentration check.
Well, it
Sure.
depends if
That's
it
a
means
new
he's
spell.
incapacitated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incapacitated you can't, but yeah, paralyzed just means you can't move.
So give me another con save. To see if you keep it.
Yeah, you do.
Paralyzed
damage.
does mean you're incapacitated, but incapacitated only means you can't take actions or reactions.
Yep.
It doesn't say it breaks concentration.
I would say that it would, but
Yeah.
So Lou,
Usually-
you're paralyzed. Which is unfortunate because it's your turn, but give me another constitution save.
Does he tip?
No, he's just there and paralyzed and stuck in place.
Oh, I'm looking at this worm. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, you can't move.
So-
You can look at
Felrecht
it.
is not at all happy. And takes 2 swings and
We should bring this guy to fight Saloon with us.
I mean, he's actually, relatively. He hits both times actually. So
Well, no, I meant the carrion crawler.
Ooh.
I wish I had a
Hey.
sleep spell, actually.
Felrecht is doing a really good job here. The guards. Let me see if now you'll actually see if the guards do anything.
That
So the
guy's
one
good.
the one who's good is good still. This one actually hit something as well. There we go.
It's a shame
We're
it's
back
only
to the carrying.
it's a shame it's only tonight. Otherwise, for old time's sakes, we could have trapped the warehouse as well.
Ooh, so the guard.
Temple just beat the fuck out of him.
The shitty guard is still shitty. So the guy on the left is paralyzed. Ooh, Thalrek gets 10 damage.
It's also
Lou?
full size now.
No, it didn't. He didn't fail the concentration. Did he fail his concentration size save?
I got a 10.
No, yeah, he got a 10, so he passed.
Yeah, he passed. So yeah, no, it's not full size anymore. Lou, give me a concentration. There you go. You succeeded.
I'm
Wait,
still looking at this guy.
Yeah. and you can't do anything, but you have shaken yourself free. Meanwhile, Felric is just like, oh, for fuck's sake. Hey, guess what? Felric is actually very competent. And
Yeah, there we go. One of Way's loot
Yeah.
concentration is incapacitation. H2O free.
okay.
It makes sense, because incap is normally given when you're knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't even see what you're looking at.
Yeah.
So you all are out of initiative. And of course the carrying crawler does start growing bigger. Lou, I take it you're gonna yes.
Going for it gets too big.
Can he? Oh, he did manage to pass it. Good.
Yeah, no, he passed it literally right before Felric cut it
Yeah, let's
off.
put my book back.
And the guards do pop on over to you two. Say, thank you for the help that escaped from the sewers, and you needed to mop it on up.
But where were you
With your
last
weight.
night?
Actually, the one's still over here. The one's still teeth chattering. He's paralyzed still. I forgot
He'll
about
get
that.
over it.
He will. The other guard's not very. I mean, you saw how much help that guy was, so obviously he doesn't care very much about him. So, thank you very much for the assistance. And yeah, Lou, he's doing you a one-over. And Felrex just kind of pipes up and said, yes, he's quite a good sort. He was very helpful when the tavern, that incident with the drow serial killer up top, he actually helped save one of the individuals who was injured.
I have incredible healing abilities.
He kind of perks up. Oh, right. Very well. Thank you two for your assistance, and I'm glad that it didn't cause any more damage. I was worried when I saw the folks up there; they were just doing their job. So I'm glad that you all could give us some assistance.
I think that's why they hired us.
Well, have a good day. I'm gonna try to get him functioning again, and then we'll see about cleaning this all up.
Yeah, send me a souvenir if there's anything cool.
There won't be.
Just worm guts.
I do advise you get the sweepers off and away, and outside of here, though, it's going to get very, very stinky here.
Oh, I'm sure they would hate that.
Ew. Ew. And even Felrec gives you some side eye on that one. And he just kind of shakes his head. All right, let's get going.
There's shit elsewhere.
After reconvening with the dung sweepers, they decide to call it early that day. That was too
Fair
much
enough.
excitement. And they take their leave.
I'm not gonna be a
If
dick
I
to the
can-
kid. I'm not gonna be a dick. I'm not gonna be mean.
Are you saying that out loud?
Very quietly.
Howard looks at you and just says, "What?"
Huh?
And then he pauses, and then he does the face palm, and then just kind of leans over and quietly. You forget, I'm a drow. I can hear better.
Well, I'm not being a dick, so.
Yes, well proven.
Why would you be a dick?
You know, can't help it.
He looks baffled. Let's go off. I suppose let's get you back to the tavern before tonight's incident.
Yeah, I gotta prepare and boy.
It's a nasty bit of business. I won't pretend to have been fond of him, but it's still not pleasant.
Oh, I think that's the whole business is unpleasant usually, but
Oh, hopefully, usually it's not this bad. What's that?
regardless, we have it handled.
Like, well, I certainly hope so. Make sure you don't underestimate him.
It's kind of hard to do, actually.
Lou, I'm serious. Don't underestimate him.
We'll be prepared.
I agree. I think you're more than capable.
I sure hope the party was preparing while I was gone, because I didn't.
Alright, get me more fucking pancakes, come on.
This time,
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes, I can't do waffles, that's too fattening. Bjorn will have a dozen, though.
I need me carbs.
He's bulking up. I don't think there's an end goal, I think he's just bulking.
How much bulk do you think it's going to take to stop one of those fears you got inside your body when he shot?
Oh, probably about something as dense as you, eh?
Give me another plate, just in case.
Here you go. Sure you don't want the hash, bacon, and sausages?
Nah, just give me another pound of sugar to wrap these in.
Okay. Lemon juice and cinnamon?
Of course, and some jam as well.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about advice my granddad gave me. Eating a raw onion so you'd be able to smell a penetrating wound. Fuck, his breath was rotten. Do I manage to find anything about the brain with legs in the book?
You like Devour?
Aye.
Let's say sure, why not?
Okay, I now know everything about it. According to Volo.
No, you don't.
Shit.
It's okay. I have got some aced wood to fight it.
It's fine, it's allergic to blueberries.
Basically, all you're hearing is a bunch of rumors, which is they may or may not be able to take over people and eat their brains.
I mean, that makes perfect sense if you think about it. It's kind of in the name.
Mm-hmm.
Could leap into people. Or maybe if they do it like maybe if they sit in the backpack or on the shoulder.
And use them as mindless husks.
That's not a way to go. Fucking hell.
So are you excited that you all fought one of those?
That it would die in one round, I'm proud of, yes. Any other encounter would be horrible. Just a shame I didn't lamp the intellect devourer as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, actually, considering some of the things we fought before, instance, do you think we perhaps should take a few bags of flour with us when we can deal with this drow, just in case he has any tricks up his sleeve, like going invisible?
I don't even know if I can do that. Probably, though. He didn't do it when we were getting chased, though, so that would have been the time to bust it out.
I mean, maybe he used it while tracking down his target.
Yeah, maybe. He did throw up a globe of darkness, though. That's something they can do. That'll be a bit of bollocks.
You all are discussing this. Where are you discussing this?
In the bar. With the kids.
Okay. Everybody's down there in the
kids are
bar.
still upstairs by the look of things.
Nah, you know what I mean. Like, you don't always have to move them around. Like, I assume Uzana's here as well, but she's up in the common room. Oh, aye, about the nighttime visitor we had that we chat with. It was your wee mysterious hooded benefactor. We met
He
him.
gives a nod.
We met him a few times before. Don't actually know a name or anything for that one. But it was just a wee chinwag, just to confirm that the bloke who was running about killing elves, sadly. And
Gives a little bit of a nod, and you could see her poking on it, and she just says, "I recognized him."
Aye. And all together, we came together with a simple little scheme on. Hopefully, let us just drag him out to the guards afterwards, and he won't be able to stab no one.
You all aren't going to kill him? That's from Squidly.
Very tempted, lad. I've got to say, after what he did to me, and what he put you lot through.
I mean, when we pass him over to the guards, no one says he has to be in a working condition, if you know what I mean.
Well,
he's gonna wish he's gonna be dead.
Well, more importantly is, we're handing him over because that's the lawful thing to do in this case. He's been killing citizens of the city, so he gets handed over to the law enforcement. Mind you, if things go badly, which they probably won't, they're fucking great, by the way. Might get a little bit overexerted.
We just need to deliver him alive. Not whole, but alive.
No, don't be starting talks like that there. We just need to beat him up a bit.
Meanwhile,
as he points to, as he gestures towards the 10-year-olds. We don't need to talk about cutting his Achilles tendons and slicing off his big toes so he can't balance.
That was also why Bjorn said we don't need to hand him over in working order.
He doesn't need all his fingers.
Said he was implying.
You don't need the implication, though. You just say we're going to deal with him.
Yeah.
Well, you and Felric are approaching and have no idea how off the rails the conversation has gone.
I hope the party isn't bloodthirsty today.
I mean, you kind of want them to
be.
Gee, I sure hope the rest of my friends aren't being complete psychopaths today.
I'm a normal person, unlike them.
Lou, even Felric knows you're not wrong.
Are you gonna come in for a tea or something, Felric?
Oh, I suppose. I mean, I don't really have to get back to Zord for a while.
All right, let's go. I'm home.
Hello.
Was he well behaved?
Oh yeah, we dealt with a carrion crawler.
Yeah.
You might notice, kids, I say that about I asked that for Lou. I don't have to ask that for you lot.
No, we just dealt with a carrion crawler. It was just a little bit of a problem.
Oh, they're horrible things. The smell off them afterwards is worse than they were alive.
How common are they in the lower levels of Waterdeep?
Oh, yeah. Oh, in the lower levels of Waterdeep, way more than the upper levels.
Yeah.
You would know what one is.
Yeah. And Matrix likely would have dealt with them before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we once had to see off a swarm of them when we were working a sewer guard. Where's up north, I think it were. I never went there. Not quite in the town though, but a bit of the old sewer works underneath the town. Yeah. Horrific. All that, like, it's bad enough, kids, when you're in the tunnel, but it just condenses the smell. Oh.
And the worst part is, it's the kind of thing that becomes dense and heavy. So he might be complaining he didn't get the most of it. I got the full concentrated blast.
You're saying that as if I were fully stood up in that fucking tunnel. I nearly developed a hunch.
But that's
James is looking a little green and is debating on if he wants to eat lunch now.
It's just a bad smell.
Poor kid.
I had to keep Bjorn at the front as well, because those things have got a sting on them that'll freeze you up. Doesn't work as well on dwarves, though.
Lou found that out the hard way.
Oh, it's right nasty, isn't it?
Yeah, I shook it off real quick, though.
It doesn't.
They're a bit like these old cheeses that smell really bad, but taste actually quite good.
Have you eaten a carrion crawler?
Maybe.
If Gaddix was there, he would also have questions.
As Harden,
I bet you have not.
as Harden just glances at the ceiling for a moment in remembrance and then looks to me, Mouthing, have we eaten one? Did we get drunk enough to eat one?
Well, they have on it. I doubt any of you have tried that.
Now you have me questioning.
I think we might have. They were pretty big. It was like a big prawn.
Oh, that's not an opportunity I want to think about.
Jinx gets up and kind of starts wandering for the door.
Yeah, don't put such thoughts in my head. It might just make me consider not drinking as much.
I'll have to make a note of that one.
For only a few minutes, I'm sure.
Here, Jinx, if you need to freshen up, you can just walk in front of a Phallus shop. That's got a nice scent to it.
Thank you. Okay.
Well, she's obligated to be nice to you.
She's not obligated.
He's doubly obligated. He's a child.
So, having a good day so far then?
It's been a nice, sweet, normal morning.
Alright.
I mean, we've got things to plan for tonight, but it's nice to have a bit of normalcy.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully that all goes well. It should. I have faith in you all.
Oh, before you head up, do you think you could give us a rough idea what kind of the floor plan of the place is?
Oh, certainly. And he does give you a little bit of a. How about I actually just because it is a very basic. There we go. Thank you. He gives you a very basic floor plan that looks like this. Basically, big old pillars in the middle.
I see you put the bait in the middle. Good.
And
Could
then
it be more obvious?
And then there is the a couple of side rooms
Well,
off to the side.
he is going there to teach you, and then he's going to learn a lesson.
So that's about what he describes.
So I'm going to assume that there's going to be some windows at the top part, since so far we've only encountered you and your people coming in through the windows.
For this one, he's likely to come in through the door, actually. Most of the time that we've entered here, we've come in through the doors.
Before we get into this conversation, though, Martin would have asked the kids to go, head out with Jinx, have a laugh.
Yeah.
Take a break from your schoolings for a bit.
Don't sit here and let us listen to us discuss how we murder a person.
No, that bit's fine. It's implicating Felton involved in this.
Yeah.
Because they don't know anything about him.
All they know is he helps Zord.
Yeah.
And he's a very nice man.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, he's likely to go in probably through the door. There is a skylight that opens up. However, I doubt he's going to take to the roofs. He's probably going to stick down low, considering they know that he's been using the rooftops.
We've scared them off the roofs.
Do you know if he has any way to turn himself invisible or anything?
No, he doesn't have anything like that. Just traditional drow. Oh, and then he just kind of realizes he probably needs to specify.
Aye, please.
I
know he's got darkness.
Yeah, he has darkness. He can levitate. Fairy fire, dancing lights. That's about it. And of course, he has the gun.
I've got to say, hearing they've got dancing lights is a bit odd.
They always have.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a bad thing to sometimes have light if you're used to only see things in darkness. It's kind of hard if someone has painted something on the wall, for instance, in certain colors.
Oh, is that how that works?
Hey.
Never had it myself.
Human.
Well,
if I'm in the dark, it just so happens to be dark.
No, he is a drow. He just doesn't know a lot of things about being drow.
Let's see here. What do I take?
Just because people don't necessarily fit into what one can expect doesn't mean they're not the thing.
Hey.
Insight, Harton.
Like, that's why I'm trying to be so. That's why I tried to be as open with your boss and all that. They're like, I know he's a drow and he's a bit of a obvious rogue and whatnot, but I'm trying to give him the benefit. I really, like, we fought undead ones, we've dealt with ones who were immediately going to kill us, but I don't even want to go full prejudice in that there. I want to keep an open mind.
Harton, you have an inkling that Felton might be getting a lot of that same pushback on the not a real drow thing. Because after all, he seems to be very nice, mild-mannered. He's certainly not murder hoboing.
Yeah.
Or also might be something else going on, but you're not entirely sure.
You're sounding a wee bit familiar in some respects. Yeah, but a wee bit of a clearer thinker compared to some of your more sort of what's the right sort of rampages types. The ones who are just looking to rough things up and you're thinking of, what's the point of that there?
I take off more towards Jarlax's method of thinking.
Aye.
There's not
Actually
really
thinking.
much of a not that. Also, there's not really much point in just wantonly killing people. It'd be better to keep them alive. And just kind of relocate them if you have to.
Oh, I just meant like you're not you think things through instead of just, we'll do this recklessly and we'll cause a scene.
Speaking of, since we were asked to deliver him,
kind of
to
speaking
the
of,
guards since we were supposed to deliver him to the guards afterwards, how safe are the guards actually from dealing with him?
Well, as long as he's restrained, would be no issue at all.
I'm just worried that since, for all we've seen and heard, how is he dealing with being restrained?
Theoretically, if he had enough time and something to pick a lock, he could probably do it.
Yeah, there's nothing to say we can't escort them most of the way back.
Mostly, if the city guards got a hold of him, I doubt that he would be able to actually acquire anything like that. He doesn't usually carry a lockpick unless he knows he needs it.
I mean, it's pretty likely he's going to be knocked the fuck out. Just simpler that way.
I mean, I'm just saying I could rearrange his digits a little bit.
No, but there's no need to go on that sort of thing. It's fine. Especially...
You can tell Bjorn, Felric winces when you say that.
Aye. There's no need for that sort of topic. We give him a good hide and we hand him over to the guards. It's done.
Just make sure to take care of yourselves. Don't underestimate him. I know that things went a little bit... Eddie kind of waffles about. I know you definitely hurt him pretty bad in your chase. But if he was running from you all, that would probably be why. If you're in a face-to-face, I'm a bit concerned.
Well, luckily Bjorn here will be there to take a shot or two. I'll tell you one thing, though. It weren't the bullets that hurt the most. Afterwards, when I got my boots off, that was a nightmare. You probably do have a fair idea of just how far... Actually, come to think of it, I did tell you last night. That or a chase. I've not had to run that far in my life. I've travelled a distance like that in the same amount of time, but usually on a fucking ship. And with a good headwind, no less.
Well, you can't say you didn't get your exercise.
I did, for another decade or so. I think I'm fine that way. If my heart didn't explode now, I think I'm in peak of my physical health.
Well, all I can tell you is you apparently did a number because he was in a foul mood when he got back to base.
Aye, well, we should be alright, because I only managed to catch him a few times. I hurt him bad. But it didn't have a dedicated fist like this one here. This lad, he took on a maitre mother. as he hoists up Horik. Well, some sort of a fancy drow leader lady.
Hey,
He
he
relaxes
gave
a
her a
little bit.
savage beating.
I wish I knew how I did it. I seem to have forgotten.
It looked like it was mostly through you attaching your hands to her face multiple times.
Yeah, but there's something else going on.
Elric just
I
kind
shall
of
try,
points out,
though.
I very much doubt it was a matron mother. It might have been a priestess, but
Hey, maybe.
usually matron mothers are far more powerful, I would expect.
Well, I mean, it's all new knowledge for us. We've never really had much dealings. We dealt with.
Fortunately, I have.
Fair enough. With the standard of Drow society, I mean, aren't you lads mostly sort of separate?
Well, and you can see he's kind of thinking of a way to phrase it. While we're separate in nature and we don't necessarily answer to any house, all of our members did come from houses or from other circumstances within the regular society.
Makes sense.
Mostly outcasts of some kind or people who don't fit in Drow society for reasons.
That's why they recruited Lou.
I wasn't going to say it, but I think we were all thinking.
Well, no, not necessarily. It's just you happen to be already on the surface and operating, and you seemed perfectly competent.
Operating is a strong word.
He's a fucking good actor, isn't he?
I'll lie. I'll do anything.
You see, Felric just kind of shakes his head. But frequently, Jarlaxle would go through and, what's the word? Clean house? Say, if a house was to be obliterated, if there were people of interest, he would position himself in a way that he could
salvage what he
give
could.
them an offer.
Aye.
Exactly. I know with Saloon that was the case. I was a rare case where I actually petitioned to join. Generally, Jarlaxle goes, picks people he thinks are of interest and either earmarks them, and then if something transpires, makes an offer, or just flat out makes an offer if the situation presents itself.
It's all Drow exclusive.
Yes. Male Drow exclusive.
How come?
Well, generally we're not necessarily a valued member of society. So there's a lot of, we're overlooked a little bit more.
Yeah.
And that can be beneficial for the situation.
There's a bit of a weird setup there.
Well, generally it's women have value, men don't. It's also a good position. Sometimes Drow who don't appreciate that come to Jarlaxle. That would be my situation. I didn't much appreciate how we were treated. And he offers something that we normally wouldn't get, which is self-determination.
I've got a wee glimpse of it. I'm still in the earliest of the... I'm sure you know about the Dritz one.
I'm very acquainted with Dritz. What story was it?
I'm not really sure, actually. It was just what I could find in the library.
You would know it's about a crystal shard.
Aye. It's about a shiny bit. Crystal shard or some shit.
Because I wager they're not really telling books of whatever happened to him down in the Underdark. I'm not 100% up on that.
Yeah, you'd have to have him sit down and explain it all, and he's probably not going to do that.
I doubt. And anybody else who's aware probably wouldn't sit down either.
Yeah. He's got to talk about how his sister tried to seduce him, and that's normal.
I mean, theoretically, you could always ask Jarlaxle. He knows him.
And then she pushed him into a pit of driders.
Oh, well, no, that was something that Felric actually said to you. Is you could always ask Jarlaxle because he knows him.
Wait a minute. You've been to the Underdark?
Was that too?
It's a Felrict.
He pauses and looks at you, Lou. Lou, I was born there.
Oh. I just assumed all. Never mind.
No, that's the point. He just told us. Disaffected, renegades, people who don't have much say in their own matters go to breaking the earth.
People live down there. I just forgot that people live down there, man.
How? Even I know that.
I know conceptually.
Well, let me just put that your question to rest. 99.9% of Bragan, actually, I think all of Bragan the Earth was born in the Underdark. Come to think of it, but I will see maybe one person wasn't. Or maybe two.
I mean, I even know that while Bjorn was born in the hole, it weren't deep enough to be Underdark.
Aye, our clan digs reasonably deep into the mountains.
Probably means you're smart enough not to go that deep.
If they don't go far enough to find the mushroom trees. I've heard about those. Sounds impressive.
Oh yes, they're actually quite beautiful.
Can you eat them?
They're
mushrooms that you can eat. Well, not all mushrooms are edible. You could die a horrible death.
Yeah, well, they're edible once.
With some, you could probably have a really good time.
Yes, that's true. And others, you can have a really horrible time, but not die.
Probably a fair few more of those in the Underdark, come to think of it. I've not heard many good stories, and I'm pretty sure it's justified.
There's a reason that even in drow cities you have to do patrols.
The most I ever heard about the Underdark was usually when mothers are talking disapprovingly to the children and saying, "Oh, look, looks like one of the Druggers switched out the child for mine, and I got a Drugger child instead."
You do have a sour look to you, I will say.
But I'm not as greedy as those bastards.
They probably swapped you back, actually, after a night or two.
Nah.
The mother were disappointed she'd gotten someone a bit more well-behaved.
Nah. I didn't well-behaved. I was what the biggest trouble of the bunch. Probably should have given her easier time than I think of it. I should also write her back at some point. I mean, it's not because I've been long for that long. It's only been like 10 years since I wrote to her last time.
It took you a year
I
to
haven't
compose
talked to
it.
my mother in years.
Well, considering it's dry society, I imagine that's a bit more of a loaded question.
Oh yes, she was not much pleased with a lot of things, actually. I have a feeling if she saw me right now, she'd probably want to put an end to me. But that's not weird for a drow society.
It's a bit weird for an outsider, though.
True.
Admittedly, like, thinking about it, I do have relatives who would want me dead, but that's a bit of a different thing. That's Northlander territory stuff. When did I think I last wrote my family a couple of years into the marriage. Had to tell them about it, for one thing. Didn't get a reply, but then I'm also pretty sure they wouldn't bother reading it.
Oh, you didn't invite them to the wedding?
Couldn't do. I was way inland at that point.
Oh.
Like, it'd be a logistical nightmare for that there. And plus, wedding ceremony for my clan and all, it's a bit more of an informal thing. We just had a nice big dinner, had Bjorn say a few words, and quickly stood up to stop him saying more words. Announced that Uzi was the woman of me life. She were the owner of me oars. And then we got to drinking. Good times.
I can't believe that you stopped, but I was getting to the best part as well.
I know, but eventually we had to stop. You see, the food were getting cold. Lovely night, though. Auric did a fantastic turnout in the dish.
So, you all do have a very wonderful chat. And then it is time Falrex takes his leave to go do his actual job for Zord. And you all get to prepare for a very, very lovely battle.
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of a short rest?
It would be a short rest, yes. Oh, wrong sheet. My bad.
Fuck.
You've got another in you. You've got
Yeah,
your Song of
sorry.
Rest as well. You're a
Yeah.
bard.
There we go. I'm good.
Right.
Everybody, go to your hiding positions.
Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da.
Nope, not you.
Be out. You don't have to hide.
You have to be out. And Nadrax, I'm going to point out, the main door is here. There you go.
Are there any actual boxes in there? Or is it completely empty?
There are a couple boxes around over in this side, and a couple over here. But the general area in the center is open.
I mean, so people could potentially hide inside those boxes.
There are smaller boxes, but pretty much the shorties could do it.
Yeah, we have smaller people.
Alright.
It's funny, we've got up to 4 foot and then it jumps up past 6 foot. So I think even Uzana is tall.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Oh, there's a drow, so he's right in the middle.
No, you're with the short kings.
Did a drow fella ever see the dog?
Yeah, he saw the dog.
Ah, damn. I was like,
Do you not remember when he was led through the house? Because he fucked up his entry?
Where are you hiding?
In front of the door?
How thick are the walls in this place?
I imagine the dog could actually probably hide in one of the crates pretty easily. Like
Yeah,
you
the
could
dog
just
can
stand
easily hide
completely.
the crate. No, crates are up here, greater, and then down here.
Oh, the crates aren't the.
No,
And
these
then
are pillars.
Would he really be
Okay.
so suspect if the cockle was just out in the open? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was told to meet
you,
you.
you don't
just
have
you.
cargo.
So yeah, I'll hide in the closet and.
I'm just
maybe wondering
wondering how.
have cargo in a crate.
Just wondering how thick the walls are in this place, because I can't hit him hard and be quiet. You get one or the other.
The walls are very, very thin.
I'm gonna have a code word for the go.
Well, Bjorn's gonna be in here.
Jalaxel said we had to take him alive. He didn't say the warehouse had to survive.
Oh no, dude! No.
But you do remember the city guard has asked you to stop shattering in city limits.
But if we bring them the Drow Assassin, it's perfectly justified.
I don't think we want them right away, though. What if he hurts one of them?
If you have issues, you can bring it up with the owner of the warehouse.
Your boss.
That's implying that Jarlaxle's the owner of the warehouse, or
Yeah.
if he's just using it.
He just said we have.
An abandoned warehouse.
Xana's going to try and hide behind the box?
No.
Oh, that's a pillar.
Yeah, those are pillars. The boxes are.
Plus, you could cast invisibility.
Because I thought there were boxes too, but.
Yeah, because from the angle, it's entirely possible he might see you a little bit there, Uzana, unless you're doing invisibility.
Then we'll duck into a side room.
Yeah. No. Just you and me in here, all the rest waiting the spring, and I've got a boy getting distracted.
Now, do you have a go word? Because I know Lou asked about that. Or are you just gonna, immediately jump on him? Because I assume you all want him at least in the center so he can't immediately skedaddle.
When I shout "kill Saloon," you guys kill Saloon.
Well, for one thing, we're taking them alive. Could you not just indicate like some word you want to know in Drow? How's that?
Kill Saloon. I probably won't ask him that.
All right. Here's the thing. You want to know what navy means or fleet? All right. How's that?
Okay.
Fucking Christ.
I sure hope I never learned that one before. It's gonna be awkward if I have to ask twice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've learned very little.
Yeah. Learned all about traps.
So you can see through the skylight, it's starting to get dark. The darkness falls and you all are waiting. And at the appropriate time,
Oh, just out of curiosity, how early did we meet here?
Not very much before. You're not there for hours.
3 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, so I meant to just sitting there with Gadix. No, goldfish.
Trying to ignore some of the bumping noises from the other room. The fucking leg is cramped, walking around. I've got to get this out.
I hope not,
Playing
because
harmonica.
the walls are thin, and Saloon could theoretically hear you.
Yep.
Don't worry, I'll play the harmonica really loud so he can't hear you. Which I will be doing. I'll be echoing in this whole place.
Yeah, pretty good
Oh,
acoustics.
actually, that's also a good idea to find out when the saloon actually comes in. Once you stop playing the harmonica.
So for 9 hours, you've been playing it constantly, unrelenting.
God.
No, you've only been there about 30 minutes.
Stop playing fucking Freebird.
Okay, I'll do that. The opera we saw.
It feels like 9 hours.
And yep, before very long, Lou, you do see the door kind of slip open, and the shadowy figure wanders on in, shuts it tightly, locks it surprisingly, and does make his way over to you. He's looking annoyed, and you can actually see it looks like he still has a bruise across his cheek. And he just gives a... Wait, what did you say?
You get rebuffed by a lady, Saloon?
Lou, it looks like he wants to murder you.
Technically,
Nah, I'm
yes.
sure he does.
It's the end tonight.
Lou, shut up. I'm not in the mood right now.
I'm always in the mood.
As a
I
bard.
know. On the bright side, I did hear after this, we're not going to have to be dealing with each other much longer. Felrek's going to be taking over your lessons.
Oh, he's actually competent.
Okay, so our signal is the scream of Lou when Saloon fucking stabs him.
I was just thinking that.
Lou, you are an idiot. There's not much I can do to fix it. I'm not your ween mother.
I don't even know
No,
what that
you
means.
He just face palms and just goes, perfect. You know what? Sure. Felrex can be your ween mother. He's very well equipped for that. He's actually got all the right bits. So sit down, shut up. We're going to do this lesson, and we're going to get out of here, all right?
Okay. Actually, there's something I want to start with. I was down by the docks, and could you teach me the word for boat? Navy boat.
Gee, for fucking hell, haters. He's a performer. He should know this. Anyway, we bushwhack him.
Yeah, both. Just the fucking Bjorn just kicks the door open.
Let me clear the initiative tracker. There you go.
I
Took too long. Still got his fucking foot in the door.
Yeah, you spent your turn attacking the door.
No, the foot gets through the door.
Oh, it's not going to be good if he's first.
It is a surprise round.
Okay, good.
It is a surprise round.
Surprise!
Hey, you got to roll initiative, Prater?
I thought I did. Yeah.
Oh God.
Still need fucking hell.
Oh, and we need an Uza.
To be fair, this group doesn't usually sit around for half an hour idle.
Yeah, it's basically the blood has to go back through the legs. Oh, they're so sleeping.
Had to scoop up the cards, because of course he was playing them.
Yeah.
You?
Need initiative from Uzana.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Oh, God.
We're doing great, guys.
That's about what you expected.
Ironically, I don't even have to adjust the turn order. It's exactly as it should be. Saloon is obviously surprised at sudden everybody. Lou, you're standing next to a very surprised Saloon. What are you gonna do?
I'm tempted to slap him on his bruise, but I probably won't do that.
I would probably suggest that you fucking disengage.
Yeah. Or I could command him. Or I could walk away without disengaging.
You could command a kneel.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
Put him prone.
Yeah, I'll start with that. Hey, Saloon! Kneel! Bitch!
Wow.
Oh God!
Unfortunately, it's a one-word command, so it takes the last one you say, and he just starts complaining at you.
I'm going to assume you just say Neil.
Yeah.
He's cursed by Lou.
He is so fucking shocked that he kneeled. And Lou, you have not seen you've seen him mad before. The pure fury on his face indicates you're in fucking deep shit right now.
Kneel before your god as I quickly run.
That wouldn't put. That gives it an attack of opportunity, though, don't
Oh
it?
well, he wouldn't kneel yet. It happens on his turn.
You
Oh,
use
yeah.
a surprise round, it usually doesn't happen. You don't get reactions.
Well, he had the
during-
first turn, so he got his reaction back.
Yeah, as soon as the
Yeah.
initiative started.
But yeah, he wouldn't
guess I
kneel
shouldn't
down
run.
yet because it happens on his turn.
Maybe I'll just
Yeah.
run behind him.
I mean, you can do that, but
But facing doesn't exist, so you're still in front of him.
yeah.
But I'm behind him.
Sure.
But I'm in front of
I mean,
Alright.
if you stand here,
him.
Giannis
okay.
is at some point going to arrive.
Auric,
Yep, Horik's gonna run over here
Fuck him up, wee man.
and do nothing because he's out of movement and everything. I don't think I can dash on a bonus.
I mean-
don't think that's-
if you could move here, it'd be handy.
Unless you're a rogue.
You can always talk shit.
Oh boy. Austin. Do I support? Do I go loud? There's so many choices here. I'm gonna
please.
take the risk. I'm gonna take the risk. 'Cause I can't get into a flanking position from there. Or can I? I can. I know Bjorn wants it, but I do as well. He fucking shot me. Let's go inflict wounds at second level.
Ooh.
ooh,
That would've
Starting
been
big. I told you it'd be a wreck, and then you wee cunt.
Flanking, it is a crit.
prone.
Yeah, he's flanking.
Aw, piss poor.
Wow, what a waste.
First
So
one's
35 on the first hit.
fucking hell!
Be down.
As I just look around, like his head turns, and I punch him on the unbruised cheek. That's for worrying the kids, you fucking cunt. Next comes what you did for the murders. It's my turn.
Oh boy!
Are we still
Uh,
up? Okay.
Yeah, the next
Oh
one he has
fucking
to
hell!
kneel.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, remember last time when he got two crit guiding bolts, and he was still
Oh,
not at
guess
half
what?
health.
Surprise dog!
I assume that y'all are going to be trying to do this non-lethally.
Aye. That's why I
Less
started.
lethal.
That's why I started
At
with the
some
necrotic
point we'll
first.
remember that.
Does somebody tell Kago to heal? Because if not,
That does not hit.
boo.
Not
Okay.
even though, because he's prone.
He's not prone yet, but he's flanking.
He's not prone yet.
But
Yeah, it's got
15 is
advantage.
still too low.
Yeah.
Alright.
He's dodgy.
I forget. How much does prone affect your armor class?
It's just
I think it's
advantage.
just advantage.
on melee
Disadvantage, yeah.
Advantage
Then yeah,
on
no.
melee, disadvantage on ranged.
I can tell you right now, there is absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah.
The only thing
That
we
would
might
affect
have
either way.
that would affect his AC would be slow, and I don't think any of us have that. But he's
And
not
then
prone
I'm
yet
gonna
anyway.
Try to shoot through the gap here.
Yeah, he's not prone right now, so that's why.
Hold
His
on,
next
the character
turn.
sheet shrunk itself.
Yep, he uses his full next turn to kneel after this has happened to
Nothing
him.
else.
Oh, this has got to be the worst day of his life.
Yeah.
between Lou and then Harton.
And he's already kneeling, so he's right on my level. So pling.
No, he's not kneeling yet. He's kneeling next
Oh,
to him.
yeah.
Just
I just
fucking
marked it
door
so I don't
bursts
forget.
open, Harton charges in, punch, inflict wounds.
He's already under the effect of a spell, and he's so pissed.
Nadrax.
Yeah, I'll move up here. Actually, let's go here. Bonus to dash. And action to grab him by the throat.
To grapple. So an 18.
You've grabbed him.
That's an 18.
Although, consider if you're grabbing him by the throat, there is a slight issue. If he can't kneel, then the spell doesn't go.
Alright. Can I grab him by the leg?
He also does get to contest that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets to contest it.
He might dodge out of an 18.
Yeah,
You probably there's probably not any reason for you to actually try and do any grapple on him just yet. Like
Yeah.
his next turn is going to be wasted on him having to kneel.
So if you want, you can change that if you want to like a stabby, or if you want, you can still try to
I
grab
could
him.
ready my action to grapple him once he's down?
I mean, yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, then I'll do that.
In his ass.
I'll still roll just so we know it ahead of time. So
Sure.
no, that's not gonna happen.
So now he's bloodied.
God damn it.
Oh
Fucking
yeah,
hell.
he's bloodied.
Not even with inspiration?
Well, did you
Well, I
use
mean,
it?
if you, yeah,
I
do
still
you
have
use
it.
it?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, you'd be able to grapple and move this down.
Yes. And
Who's
so the
Anna?
grapple would be consisting of stomping on his head. While he's kneeling.
You skip Bjorn there.
Oh, damn it.
Okay.
Bjorn.
Yeah.
They rolled over you.
But I'm gonna have to use my charge attack to get in there.
Those darn stubby legs.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah,
you
I'm
hit
not
him,
gonna
it'll
hold-
hurt.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
You've got advantage.
Yeah, we've seen that before. But anyway, yeah, I'm not going in.
You're really good
I'm
at
not
this.
going
You'll
in-
definitely hit him.
Yeah, I'm going in without the shield.
Well, you have to. You've been using a two-handed sword for ages, haven't you? I thought that
You
was a
hit?
great
No,
sword.
it's a longsword.
Okay.
I can just use one-handed or two-handed.
Because it's versatile.
Yeah.
So you do hit
Yeah, so 6 slashing, 2
fire.
fire. Yeah, and another bit of fire. So I'm gonna use my fire rune. See if I can tackle him as well. So that's immediately 2d6 of fire damage. 5 damage. And he has to do a strength saving. He has to beat. Let's see.
Is it on his
Beat a
turn?
13. No, right now the CVC then.
Well, he does slip it.
Yeah.
He can be
Well-
competent when it's not Lou.
And sure, let's just action surge and see if I can hit him again.
Yep.
This time 14 damage.
Fucking hell.
Now it's the end of my turn.
He's not looking too hot, Uzana.
Yeah, he's not looking too hot. Uh, hmm. Let's see if this works.
He is not sleeping because he's a drow.
Yeah, you can't sleep elves. However, Auric.
Nope, Kago's there.
Kago's a construct.
Ah, that's true.
Yeah.
Horik,
And
are you
Gaddix.
asleep? Who has the least amount of HP out of the lot of you?
Who gets hit by
Pretty low.
29? Because that's quite a lot.
I'm on the
Um,
19.
I have 19.
Well, my max is 26, so
Alright, so it's between Lou and Nadrax.
Nadrax.
Maybe Gaddix? What's your HP?
Yeah, what's your HP again? It's
31.
Okay, he's fine then. Wow, you two are flimsy.
Who has the higher con?
Out of who?
Lou and
Nadrax and
Nadrax.
Lou.
Yeah, I had
You are
12.
also a drow.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Lou
true.
can't sleep. So
Oh.
that Nadrax, you're taking a nap.
Couldn't go all smoothly.
Okay, I insist on falling asleep on top of him.
No, you'll get in the way. You'll get in the way. We'll push him aside.
Yeah, you fall over. You go to fall on Saloon, and you fall backwards as you get kind of like this away.
So I just managed to stomp him in the face and then fall asleep.
Oh, you just fell asleep. Now, Saloon though, Saloon kneels in front of you, Lou.
And that's the end of his turn.
And the thing is, Lou, you have never seen a more murderous individual in your entire life. You have a feeling that if his eyes could shoot laser beams, you would be disintegrated in a second. This man wants nothing more than for you to die. And you can tell it is personal at the stage of the game. It's your turn.
Let me tell you something, you son of a bitch. I'm the best there ever was. Yeah.
You made him feel worse about himself because that you successfully failed to stab a kneeling man in front of you.
And he's still gonna die. Well, not die. You get the
Warwick, just remember, you might want to hit him non-lethally.
Yep. Non-lethal blows to the head. I think I can only punch him 3 times. I'm disappointed.
No, you got your key. Well, yeah, that's your max. 3 times. That's still pretty good.
You hit him once.
You've got, remember, advantage.
True.
Oh yeah, because he's kneeling.
Because he's at your level, which for some reason gives you advantage on that. So
You hit him once.
Ooh.
Okay, so I've just punched him once. Okay.
Could someone wake me up?
It takes an action to do it.
Yeah. And I don't think Harton's going to take his action to
There's
go
no
around over there.
time.
I don't think this guy's gonna live much longer.
Can I use inflict wounds non-lethally?
No.
It would be so horrific.
Can I use shatter
That's all.
non-lethally?
No.
That's why I didn't want to use a spell
Yeah.
that did damage.
Well, I mean, that's why I started with a big spell, because of course, like, look at that. So, fuck it, I'll make it an even bigger dog pile. I cast Spiritual Weapon to put a floating axe right here.
Is it an axe or a cane? Or maybe it's a walking stick.
Hold on.
No, it's an axe.
It's an anchor.
No, that's some shitty dude who does
Hit him in
that.
the head. Hit him in the head.
Alright.
Where did I
Where
put?
does it go?
In the one gap around him.
So where right next to you?
Yeah, right there. That's it.
Okay.
Well, actually, let's not block the shot. Yeah, we'll put it over here. There's nothing happening over there.
Okay. That hits.
For 8 force. Oh, yeah.
And as you do that, you see he kind of just flops over. He is out like a fucking light.
Ooh. Had to do it with a spell. If I'd done it with my bare hands, I might not have fucking stopped. And, well, actually, I've got my action, so I go and wake up Nadrax. As you just see him, like, you know, he's clenching the fist, he's giving him a shake and all, like he would have just wrung his fucking neck given a chance. Up you get, lad, up you get. What a nice effort, love.
What happened?
It was so easy. You fell asleep, man.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I-
just remember raising my foot to stomp the fuck in his face and... Why
Well,
did I
I-
fall asleep?
I don't know much about drow.
Yeah, it turns out sleep don't work on them.
I have never slept once in my life. Maybe that's why I'm like this.
Magical sleep, you fucknut.
Why not both?
It would also explain why you can't magically sleep if you can't sleep.
I see.
Right, let's get him patted down. Bound up.
Tied up, all that shit.
Oh,
All right.
Gaddix, and I, for some reason, I feel an instinctual need. I have to twirl the gun before tossing it over to Gaddix. Here, take a look at this.
Ooh!
Lands on the ground, fires off randomly. Someone gets hit.
Shoots me in the shoulder. Ah!
Shoots the moon and killing him instantly.
Goes through both of Doggo's ears.
Well, I'm going to point out on Saloon he has, as for actual weapons, a scimitar, a dagger, a pistol, and there are 4 packets of smoke powder and a pouch containing 20 pistol bullets.
Can I take his dagger just as a souvenir?
He had me a pistol.
Well, remember, Jarlaxle did say that you are to put in
You-
a claim with the city guard for his things.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, when we found him, he didn't have his pistol. Mysterious
What,
that.
is this guy my cousin now or something?
Probably
No,
was to
but-
begin with.
Yeah.
You don't know your real last name.
I'm
But-
going to use some
Little
rope
lemon,
to turn
sir.
the drow into a tightly bound sausage.
I'm gonna draw a dick on his forehead with some charcoal.
Lou, for fuck's sake.
What? Just one for the road.
No.
I'm never gonna see him again.
Just no.
Come on, a small one.
Don't
It has to be
say
small.
things like that.
If you do,
Just
yeah, there's that, and also we'll have to then explain that when we hand him over the guards.
He was an assassin. He's a piece of shit. I drew a dick on his head.
No, he is. That's why. Fuck. Oh. No, we're handing him in alive.
Hey,
Non-desecrated.
speaking of, how did we go about it catching him?
I do feel like we should ask him some questions ourselves as well before we hand him in.
Is anyone hurt? I'm gonna go check the alleyway, see if there's any commotion. Can anybody
Okay.
hear us?
You actually don't hear anything. You all were surprisingly quiet for a change.
Stealth is an option. Keyword option.
No, it's simple enough. We chased him down.
Yeah, you just ran in here. You
Like-
know, empty.
No, we don't talk about the rendezvous or anything. Like, we knew that were going to happen. Because he's gone to you every night.
That's a bad thing to tell them.
But it's just the fact that, I don't take a telling. Went on the patrol again. Brought the lads. Brought the miss as well. Made an evening of it.
We caught a biggin. Well, he's
The
only
fucker-
5 foot something.
The fucker almost killed one of our neighbours. I was not going to take that lying down. None of us were.
What
And we
about the
found
kids?
him.
But it was a school night.
Is everyone still focused on Saloon?
Yeah.
Damn.
What are you trying to do, Gaddix?
I want to have Kago draw a dick on him.
Kago is not able to do that.
So we're just
Oh,
going to
what if
shoulder
I
him,
have
carry him
patient?
up the streets till we find a guard patrol.
Well, I have rope and I have this thing, and he pats down He pats a Kago. So,
Here's
Wait,
the
the time?
question.
I have a
Well,
question. I'm looking at this the Stark Elf and wondering if he's got any hidden weapons or lockpicks or anything hidden in his boots or anything like that.
Oh, that's up to you. You'll have to shake him
Let's
down.
strip search him.
Yeah, we
Oh,
should.
no.
It would be prudent.
lads.
It would be prudent.
Like, boots, okay, that's fine. Check the boots.
Yeah.
But you're
I
not
assume
putting them down to
natives
his
would know
skivvies.
several-
Was he wearing a hat?
No, he was not wearing a hat. He was wearing a hood.
Oh.
I assume
Cloak and
Natrix
hood.
would know where to look for hidden
Oh, I
weapons.
wanted to steal his hat, put it on Kago.
You don't outdress Jalaxel.
No.
We might take his cloak though. There might be something hidden in the hem.
You find
Yeah.
absolutely nothing on him.
Right,
Just what you found before.
and we hand all this back in.
Now, you did find a pouch with 10 gold in it, but that's about it.
Well,
But yeah, as I said, I say we wake him up now and ask him a few questions ourselves. Like, why the fuck did he kill people?
then he.
I'd rather just get rid of him.
Yeah, we don't want to
Yeah.
risk him putting together that
Yeah.
Jarlaxle sent us.
Yeah, no.
Shut
it's
the
just
fuck up,
dump
Lou!
him on- Yeah.
As
Let's
usual,
just
he
dump
says
him on
that
the
to Wax.
guards.
Fuck.
He's got a good point. Maybe you should just, Luke. Maybe you should just hit home.
Just be
wait for us to
quiet.
deliver him.
I need to get a shit.
I know, but just be quiet. Just
The
Well.
adults are talking now.
Bjorn, on your shoulder, let's
How
get him
can-
out of here.
It's a bit awkward.
What are we going to
Right.
tell the guards exactly again? How we knew this one was the killer? We don't really have any would-be victims.
We saw him eyeing up an elf or something.
Hold
Uh,
on,
make that up.
forging some evidence. Give me a second.
It's simple enough.
We recognised him.
No, it's simple enough. I recognised him. Aetherx recognised him. We chased him down the previous nights. We chased him down this night. Brought the lads out.
Last time we told the guards we didn't see his face.
Aye, we didn't see the face until now. We saw the
Same
rest of him
quote.
though,
Oh, is it
like his
that
gun, for example. Not many people run around with that.
Aye, and also it's something we also kind of saw him when he ran away last night
Aye.
outside our own home.
We saw the gun, we saw the blade, we saw the knife, and we chased him down again. We knew he was going to be creeping about, cocky fucker.
We can also just say we were reasonably sure we got that fucker. I don't think the guards are going to disagree a whole lot based on the description of this guy.
Exactly, it's
About the gun, we were supposed to bring that one back to Jarlaxle, so I don't think we should hand it over to the guards.
Well,
We can't
Jarlaxle,
use it as an evidence piece.
well, if you remember, Jarlaxle said that you were to put in a requisition for his stuff. Like, he has no next of kin, so then we should get it, and then you would get all the items back.
Yeah, we're basically
Oh,
claiming spoils
alright.
here.
Instead of payment from the guard.
So yeah, we cut him out, because we don't want this fucker waking up, and we don't want Lou spilling the fact that Jarlaxle set him up.
Hey, you
The
said
very
it.
first instant he opens his eyes, like, hey, I knew Jarlaxle would send you here for this. Aren't you an idiot to trust him? And we'll just go find the nearest guard patrol, well, on the way back home. Because the closer we
So-
get to our home, the easier it is to explain.
So, are you carrying Saloon?
I mean, like I said, I got rope in my pack. We could totally strap him to Cargo.
Ah, it's
Yeah, I
easy.
don't wanna
The
carry
offer. I'm holding rope, going, eh?
Yeah. Of course we carry
makes
him.
sense.
Bjorn carries the front end, Adrax carries the back end. Perfect.
Okay, they're gonna carry him. I put the rope away.
City of
Well, let's,
through the
let's don't
streets of Waterdeep.
Well, it's more of a joke of the size difference between them.
Yeah.
And now they're carrying Cargo and
This rope.
prisoner.
I've got this tarp. I've got a guardian. You know, clank,
If
clank.
you want, you can tie me to Cargo.
It's,
Right, anyway, throw a
this
top
thing
over
can
him.
fit so many dark elves in it.
Throw a top over him. We'll hand them in when we're closer back to Troll Skull Alley.
Okay, so that is the idea: is you're going to be stealthily carrying him back,
Relatively,
and then
yeah.
when you, okay.
I can strap him to Cargo in such a way that it looks like he's walking. He can just blend right in.
Okay, so I'm going to find out.
Again, this is why Harton calls them the kids alongside his children.
You all are down.
Yeah, we're quite far into the
Here.
dark world, are we? Yeah.
Yeah.
I should probably fix the map. I'm looking at the.
Now, what you all need to think about is that you're all overthinking this. This isn't the first time Hat the Nine had to drag someone of questionable moral standards through a town before it was more convenient to turn them in.
Now, question: do we have to turn him in? How much do you
I
think Xanathar's pawn shop will pay?
Our only slight issue here at the moment, though, Bjorn, is the fact that we're quite a ways from home, and despite the amazing chase I gave him a couple of nights before, I don't think the guard are going to believe it. I just happened to be down on this side of town and found him.
You're visiting the pawn shop.
So I take it you all are going to be trying to keep to the side streets as much as possible. So give me a group stealth roll.
And
This can only go well.
Do we have a box in here where we can fold Saloon into?
I
You
mean,
could try.
how good is he at yoga? You know, I could fold him like 6 times, put him in Cargo. You know,
He's probably pretty flexible.
And break some bones to make him
Saloon,
fit.
get out of the booth and fold yourself 27 times. 6 times. That's the best you can do.
I'll try to
That's
make
nice.
him fit.
You know, who's wearing heavy armor? Because maybe I'll just, instead of singing, which would be louder, I'll just pat y'all on the back for a D6 of inspiration. So boy,
Yeah, that sounds good.
just the heavy armor folks.
That's not bad.
If we have
Hey,
some,
yeah, shit!
Should have saved one for yourself.
I was too busy helping.
So can I make him fit with 23 into a box?
You're so busy that you went, there you go, buddy.
You can fit him in a box, yes.
Yeah, then he don't have to be that stealthy.
Make sure it's
You
a
know,
box
that's
that doesn't
not
have any
half bad,
stamps on it.
actually. I'll take it. I'll take an 18.
Make sure it's a box that
Just turn
doesn't have any
myself
stamps of
invisible.
ownership or proof marks on it. Because then we get the guards asking, where are you going with all that prawn?
No, I filed the serial numbers off. We're fine.
Also, slight question. Since I've never technically actually got to grapple him and spent my inspiration on it, could I get it back?
You can get it back. I'll let you have it back. That'd be a bit of a dick move. But all right, so you'll load Saloon into a box and probably have Cargo carry him, I assume, yeah?
Yep. I can.
All right, so for the most part, you get through just fine. So you get right about here. There's a bit of a problem. The box is rattling.
I shake it.
No, there's an easy way to solve this here. There's an easy way to solve it. I open the lid and then just fucking
Now, here's
deck
my
him.
question.
Yep.
And then the box explodes.
Did you gag him or just stick him in the box?
Oh, of course we gagged him.
Yeah,
Okay.
down,
Yeah.
tied, legs, arms, yeah.
Can't
We,
trust
He's
we,
like a
we gotta
caterpillar
picture
at
his
the moment.
packs.
We also
We
bound
did
him
something.
up tightly.
We have so much rope on us. It's probably
Just-
not
And we know he
Just
can
that
cast
case
spells.
of just, opening the box lid gently and then just punching the contents until it stops
I want to
moving.
watch. Let me watch, Hart. Let me watch.
Actually,
sick.
you know what? I'll let you have this one, Nadrax.
Alright. Yeah, I'm doing the punch.
You hear a lot of very angry screaming until you knuckle sandwich him out of consciousness again.
Just close the
You
lid
don't even
again.
gotta
I
roll.
was gonna say somebody else has to punch him because I sure as shit can't.
I'm
I
just
could
gonna
pick you
minor
up.
illusion attack on his face. Not gonna be too mean.
Would you fucking stop with that?
Also, can somebody give me a perception?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll give it a
Since I
go
am
too.
keeping an eye out because he's strapped to my dog. As soon as I find the button.
Too busy just trying to calm down.
You can't even perceive the button.
I hear Lou playing around with this fucking illusion and I can't concentrate. He's giggling. Shit.
Oh, that. Wow, more people saw that than I anticipated.
Oh, okay. I thought that
Four
was bad.
drow watching us from the rooftop.
Everybody that's rolled but Harton. Harton, you're blind as a bat.
I'm just trying to
You-
calm down.
You do notice. Oh, Lou, did you roll? Were you looking?
I'm too busy casting spells.
He's been playing with Saloon.
Yeah, all we've got is Horik and Uzana who haven't rolled.
Yadix and correction, Nadrax, you definitely notice there is a shadowy thing going on up top. You just see every so often the moonlight just gets temporarily blocked as something seems to be tailing you. Both Bjorn and Gadix, you're able to actually identify that periodically with your dark vision, you're able to see a drow is definitely tailing you on the rooftop.
It's coming right at us.
You
Another one.
identify the drow or
What the fuck, man?
He looks fucking hell, Gadix. I know you didn't actually shoot him.
What if I did? What if I did?
And you're getting a big
I mean-
hand on your gun.
It's hard to, really tell from that distance in the dark, but you think that might actually be Privig following you.
He didn't shoot, but he is getting kind of twitchy.
Hey, calm the fuck down.
It might be. It might be
You didn't see
Krivitz.
that?
I can see. Don't fucking wave that around. Put it down.
It's not loaded.
How do you even know?
I can't tell.
He puts his. He looks down the barrel. See, nothing there.
Ooh, I really want to use
Moves
fucking
it-
mage hand right now.
Yeah, turns it an inch away, and then a fucking stray round goes off.
oh, right, the
Fucking hell.
second one.
He moves it away from his head. He puts it down as the butt taps the street. You just hear a thunk. Oh
But yeah,
shit!
the second Drow lieutenant is following you.
Guess they want to make sure that we finish the job as they ordered.
We've not got much further to go. We just need to get into the North Ward.
I'm tempted to try and annoy him too.
Is nice.
Well,
Well,
you know,
Krivik's
No.
neutral. We haven't really talked to him.
Yeah,
No,
he actually is
not
neutral.
really do anything bad.
While we're
maybe,
walking,
but
can I hold an action?
I just try to sneak up to him and tap him on the shoulder.
No,
Well,
he's on the roof.
I got my
Yeah.
finger on the trigger guard.
And it's
Can I hold
nighttime.
an
Good luck
action?
finding
I
him.
mean, I
Yeah.
do mean slipping about, sneaking up the roof, or climbing up.
Hold on
Want an
one second
invisibility
for
spell?
that.
Arden and the rest proceed carrying our important cargo to a
I was,
destination.
about, I was about to say, so if are you sneaking up, and is there an invisibility spell?
I don't know about the rest of them. I was kind of stealthy.
I don't have an invisibility stealth, but I have a spell, but I do have a +7 to stealth.
Oh, yeah,
Give
Luke
me a
can
roll
turn you
for it.
invisible if you want to prank, but
Nah.
the old-fashioned way.
You go on up, and yeah, Krippig turns around, just stares at you. It looks quizzical while you're up on the roof.
Arden too is wondering that.
He watched you go up on the roof.
Yeah, I see you're watching out for us.
Correct.
Anyone else following us, or just you?
Just me.
Alright. At least something.
Just wanted to make sure that nothing went wrong and he didn't go too far, but it looks like you have it under control.
Yeah, he's in the box.
I saw.
It was a bit difficult, but we managed to squeeze him in.
I saw the fight.
Oh, that one too.
Could you call it a fight?
He's being polite.
The beatdown?
Collective mobbing.
Yeah, y'all ended up really lucky in that equation.
Action economy. And Lou.
Yeah, he had no turns.
Yeah. So, I suppose you don't disagree with the notion of bringing him up to our corner of the city to deliver him to the
Logical.
guard there.
I'm actually surprised. You might want to get moving though, because if he wakes up again, he might be a bit louder.
We can punch him again.
You would enjoy that. Give him an extra one for me, will you?
Yeah, I did.
Saloon,
enjoy
not popular.
No.
His
No.
friends.
You see, here's the thing. Yeah, Saloon doesn't have a lot of actual friends. The problem is that Felric does.
Yeah, I suppose we can punch him again just in advance. Keep him unconscious.
Saloon wishes he was that cool.
Please do
Damn
continue.
brain damage.
Yeah. Do keep your eyes open then. We don't need 2 eyes on top, I believe. And I'll go down.
Right, lovely chat, I'm sure. Let's fucking go. Come on, move it. Move it. All of us, move.
We're trying to be caught here.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
1 second. I open the box and punch him again.
Yeah, that's a funny sound.
Fantastic, I'll give
Jesus.
Ulrich a
I
go
was
now.
asked to.
Move.
I was asked to add one.
Wonderful. It's good to have a sentimental air. Move.
So
Alright.
you do make it on over. How far are you going?
We just need to get into the North Ward, really.
Maybe like past Soldown Street would be good.
Where's the alley I blew up?
That would be
Actually, I
this
think
street here.
Oh, up there, was it? We'll go up here then. It's closer.
I would have said around.
Oh, actually, no.
Street or
No, I know exactly where to find him. There we go, Shattercroc. Oh.
Now,
How about
do I
Stab
pretend he's
Scaler
having-
Alley?
No, because he didn't win.
Ooh.
And
It
then,
was merely a draw.
right, get rid of the box. Or, just make it look like it's from here anyway. Let's go find a guard.
Help! Help!
Oh,
For
good,
elements.
good idea. Hang on. There we go.
Damn it.
Big
How are we
help.
going to explain him already in a box when we're calling for help?
That's why I say
That's
They
why
remove-
we
Come out.
spill him out of the box first.
Aye. So I told you, get rid of the
Toss
box.
elsewhere.
And you just call for guards.
So you just shout, guard, guard, guard.
Aye.
Every fucking window in the alley opens up and leans out.
Hi, folks.
Sorry to disturb you, but we fucking got him.
Ah, fucker.
Hang on. Still said through thaumaturgy.
Can I have one too? Give me one, Heart. Give me one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't specify. Well, it says see text. Yeah, it is me. It's self only, I'm afraid.
Your voice booms.
But yes, everybody's looking out. You're hearing a lot of chatter from the windows. You're seeing lots of little children's faces popping out.
Would this be a bad
Saloon
time to get
actually
some
wakes up again.
Punch him again.
Horik,
Yeah,
I don't
he
think we have
is-
to.
hang on, though.
He is frantically kicking at you. Particularly you, Lou.
Yeah, Horik, it's your turn.
I want to get one too. Come on.
Oh, you can have one.
No,
can
I'm not
take it,
going to
you.
beat a man who's already unconscious. That's...
Okay, Lou will.
No
he's
longer
not.
unconscious.
He's currently conscious.
Not. He's trying to kick at Lou.
Yeah, Lou, go ahead.
Okay.
Hold on, one second. I just want to see if this happens. Roll me a dex save as he tries to trip you.
Oh boy.
Holy fucking shit, Lou! You go to try to give him a punch. He trips you.
Right. I walk over, I help Lou up. Right. Have you ever struck someone just with a bare hand before?
No, I usually have like the pommel.
Right, you're gonna get a crash course here, okay? So let's bring you around here, just stamp down on Saloon's legs to stop him kicking. Right, ball up your fist, keep your thumb out, and just let it go. You turn your whole body with it, just follow in motion. Go on, go for it. Get him.
Momentum. I gotta like
I grab the balloon by the neck and hold him up. Legs dangling just above the floor.
Oh no, Harton's standing on the leg, so yeah, now he's like kind of pretzeled.
Well, I'm going for a liver punch.
On a stretcher.
Just get him in the face. Get him in the face. Don't go weird with this. Just punch him in the head.
Oh, I'm gonna get him. It's just strength, right?
Do remember to pull through.
Do I have advantage because he's being held?
Yeah, you got he's wrapped up.
You
Yes,
have
you have
advantage.
advantage. But you might have disadvantage for being a nerd.
You hit him.
For your 1 damage.
Yeah, 1 damage.
That should be enough.
Yep, he's taking a nap again. Lou, you have a feeling that if he wasn't tied up, he would try to murder you.
There you go. Now you just have to hope he doesn't break out.
In all of that, the guards do show up. 2 very, very confused guards run on up, and now they're seeing a tied up drow and you all.
Yeah, a tied up drow who's getting punched.
I had to do it, officer. I had to punch him.
What's going on?
We found him. The killer.
Wait, you mean the serial killer?
Aye, the one who's been leaping about, murdering random elves. We fucking got him at last.
You hear a lot of very excited chatter again from all the roofs. All right. Let's hold him here for 1 moment. I'm going to need to grab a supervisor for this.
Aye, off you go.
One of the guards stays with you to keep an eye on him, and the other one runs off to go grab at least one of the captains.
I want to shout at the windows really quick. Don't forget, you can come to the Troll Skull Manor. We're going to have a great celebration with booze and whatnot. We own the place.
Tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. It's a bit late tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, come tomorrow, not today. Please don't come today.
Wonderful advertisement.
Grassroots.
He's better with a harmonica in his mouth.
I'm really good with the harmonica.
Just barely.
He plays well. But only because fate won't allow him to roll bad.
Yeah. He's protected by some benign force.
Yeah. That some benign force being a harmonica. Very lovingly given to you.
This is a wee bit of a bollocks now I think about it.
The guard just looks at you. Oh?
Yeah, well, what am I going to be doing with my nights now? This has become a daily thing.
You could become a serial killer.
Shut the Why would you say that?
Well, anybody can be a serial killer.
The
You're a
guard is
fucking
pointing
idiot.
at you, Lou.
Yeah,
This fucking dumbass.
Can I knock Lou out?
Yes.
Oh.
Technically, it's possible.
kind of required at this point, to be honest. You've sort of brought it on yourself.
Just saying.
Guess I just get to
Hey.
put my feet up, stay in my bed.
How did you all catch him?
Aye, well, last few nights, gone out for a wee, evening walk, stretch my legs. This time decided to bring my mates along, because it's a lovely, it's a lovely atmosphere you get in the city. But I don't know you'd be leaping around rooftops looking for a target, so we managed to find.
Last time you and I dragging Water Pan Hill, you ate shit and got knocked into the fucking ground.
I nearly put him down, though. As you can see here, as he tilts Saloon's cheek, see that there, that big shiner? That were me. Along with some other bits too. But this time we caught him before he managed to find the target, we think.
Okay. We should probably still check it.
Aye.
Oh. We have to thank you a lot on this. This takes the weight off a lot of people now, particularly after that incident last night.
Aye, that was right by where we fucking live.
Glad we were there. She would have been dead otherwise.
Aye, managed to save. What a fucking
Yeah.
nightmare, Will. What a monster.
Almost killed the neighbor. Couldn't let it slip by.
Heck, almost killed the customer as well.
That would have been worse.
Depends on how you look at it.
Fuck you two, you're getting real mercenary.
So, is anybody actually holding on to Saloon, or is he just laying there?
No, we're making sure he's well and truly not going anywhere.
Coggle,
He
lie
just
down.
got punched into unconsciousness like
Yeah.
a minute before.
Just saying. I wanted to make sure that y'all are actually still keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, we could have Coggo lie on him if Gaddix is alright.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, in short order, the guard does come back with the guard captain, and actually, he also has about 4 more other guards. Those 4 guards rather quickly pick up Saloon, and they start off. And the guard captain, of course, he asked for another full report, so I assume you give him what story? Just you were wandering off and you happen to see him and you chase him down, beat him down?
Well, we were told not to, leave up the guard, but I could, after he'd done that in front of our place, had to go out, give it one last go. Just got lucky this time.
Well, we definitely appreciate the help. Even though, yes, technically we should leave things to us next time. Don't be afraid to call us if you see anything. Right. Well, is there anything else that you can?
A requisition, actually.
Oh.
Well, he has no next of kin, I don't think. I mean, he's just some murderer, so if you can't find anybody, we'd like to take all his shit.
He pauses and just kind of gives a little bit of a shrug. Well, I could put in the request, and yeah, assuming if he doesn't have any next of kin named, we could certainly contact you. Where do you live?
Old Skull Manor. We're gonna have a great deal tomorrow. It's gonna be a fucking party. You gotta come.
Oh, the new tavern that's opened back up.
Just up north.
Ah, right.
Yes, the one who's opening this fucker messed up.
Yes, I did hear about that. Very unfortunate. Well, I'll make sure to make a note of that, and we'll see. Who knows? Maybe he does have an next of kin floating around the city, but if
He probably killed him.
Lou.
He hasn't killed any drow, has he? The guard, it goes right over his head. He doesn't get the joke.
Dunno. Might have.
I hope not.
We only got a hold of him, the last couple of days. Who knows how long he's been running about.
Well, right, I'll make a note of that, and we will certainly at least let you know the end result of things. He does have to be interrogated, given a chance for trial, and all that jazz. Not jazz, but all that stuff.
Aye. It's always fun when you hear the local law enforcement flippantly say trial. Gotta give him a trial for appearance's sake,
Behind closed doors, of course.
Give him a trial as a guard does the wanking motion.
Oh, it's definitely going to be behind closed doors. But, yep, we'll definitely let you know the result of the investigation. Thank you, citizens. Have a fine day.
Yeah, enjoy your evening.
You as well. And he
So
turns
much
to take his
paperwork.
leave. Oh, he's happy with this. This is a lovely catch for him. He can put his name on. He was the one that helped bring him in.
I smell a promotion.
I smell prestige.
Got nothing. I've got nothing to do with me nights except stay in bed, nice and warm, and dabby dozy.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, we've got a bar to run, so don't you worry.
Not this hour of the night, though.
That went about as well as it could have gone, I think, right, guys?
Aye, no one's
Hey.
injured. You're all doing well. Good job.
I got him to kneel.
If just a few more punches, I think.
Maybe if we ask the guards nicely, they'll let you get a few more, just, for fun.
Right, homeward bound, and Harton just walks away with Hosanna in arm. If they want to squabble about what more they could do and be more...
The roll of history.
Do they let citizens take part in interrogations?
No.
He's convinced they do, if you ask nicely.
Lou, you have an inkling that, no, they won't do any more punches because this is Waterdeep, but it's very civilized, and they would never, ever, ever torture a prisoner.
I'm proud to be a citizen.
It'd be Baldur's
We would
Gate
never
where that
invade
shit
Iraq.
happens.
Nadrax, you know damn well that they interrogate prisoners.
Yeah.
And a bit harshly sometimes. You have a feeling that randomly murdering random elves when you're a drow likely will get you a very harsh interrogation.
Yeah. Just too bad I can't be part of it.
Unfortunately.
Jesus.
You can disguise yourself, right? I mean, maybe knock out a guard, take his identity.
That can't go wrong.
And solely for the purpose of punching a drow.
There's no intelligence gain. It's just for fun.
That's something I would expect from you.
It's a good thing I can't disguise self.
I can.
Just disguise yourself to get in there. Is it you again? Why? What do you want to know? Oh, nothing. I just want to beat you up. You're this petty? Yes.
To be fair, though, it's Saloon. He'd probably understand that level of pettiness.
Yeah, he is that level of petty.
Yeah.
Particularly as Uzana, you also notice in your stuff, you're missing some of your very fine paper.
What?
And somebody has used your very fine ink. And left the quill on your desk.
Yeah, that was last night, actually.
Yeah, that was last night.
Yeah, last session.
Sounds like a child is about to learn what happens when you mess with another wizard's paper.
We should have brought that up. She would have used a more offensive spell. So I was thinking, nice wee cup of tea maybe before we kip. A wee canoodle. Or shall we just go right to the sheep jumping fences?
I'm not a fan of who keeps using my.
Hey, let her have a dick. He's dealt with.
That was Saloon last night when he made the frowning face on Nadrax's pillow.
Yeah, I saw it in a bit of thrash, a wee smiley face.
Frowny face. Sorry, my bad.
No frowny face. It's alright, we'll get you more. I would quite like our room to be private, though. That's getting a wee bit much.
You should try to install traps.
Definitely. There is a tiny problem with the traps, namely the fact that last time he just ported it.
I didn't quite catch that.
Oh, last time he teleported him.
Ah, right.
Kind
Yeah.
of hard to keep a drow out when he just, makes his own entrance.
If it's not Saloon, he's probably actually capable of disarming them.
I mean, I have heard
That's
if you
true.
want to keep teleporters out, you have to rub the walls in. I think it's basilisk blood or manticore blood, one of those.
Mm,
Bit of an odor though.
yeah.
I'm just
I mean,
hoping.
there are ways to ward.
I'm just hoping that the next time we make use of a bath, we don't see a feathered cap poke up between us.
And out from the bath, the king suddenly appears.
That's where he went.
But right, so you all take a lovely, lovely night's rest. The children are all there waiting for you for a very interesting report.
Give him a full recounting.
They give you a wild cheer.
Yeah, it was actually kind of boring how easy it was.
Yeah, but the spell was cool. Yeah.
Yep, Lou did a
good
fantastic job there. Almost ruined by what he said before, during, and after.
That guy really wants to kill me.
Is that any different from any other time?
Squiddly, if you want to be a bit of a storyteller, you have to learn the art of editing.
Never let the truth ruin a good story.
No. Just
Yeah.
shave away some of the undesirable bits if you want to tell a good moral.
Oh, I've never thought about that.
Okay.
What's a ween mother?
I've no idea. Sounds just
Somebody
like...
would know.
I'm guessing it just sounds like a wet nurse thing.
Hey,
Hey.
my,
My
my
woman that
sister
helps
had
her...
to use one.
woman that helps her raise you. Mind you, it's drow though, so for all we know that could just be a name they give a spider.
Lou, don't you know that? You're a drow.
Ah, but I'm better than your average drow, so I don't know that kind of shit.
Or to put...
Press X to doubt.
And Gaddock can't keep a straight face.
Or to give it the real answer, he didn't grow up among his people, so he doesn't know the traditions.
Oh.
I cook on me and scrambled egg.
But he knows lots of lovely ones, because he grew up among the family heir of halflings.
So you can
actually,
cook.
yeah. Oh yeah, and you won't find many drow with the last name Lemon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's fucking Lee Lemon. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
No, he's Lululemon.
That's worse.
The L stands for more lemon.
So, Lou, when you go up to your room, actually first, who's going to go up to their room first? Nadrax or Lou?
I'd browse for a bit. What time are we actually getting home?
Late. We're talking, sometime past probably 11 or 12.
I'd get a cup of tea and then go up.
Yeah. I imagine Nadrax might go up first, because he does need more than 4 hours of sleep.
Nadrax, your room, you have your crossbow bolt trap. It's disassembled. It's laying on your bed.
I dislike this. Immensely so. I guess the ball bearings are also gone? Or
Correct.
disarmed?
Everything's neatly packed up on your bed.
Yeah, artistically stacked. The perfect pyramid of ball bearings.
The fuck off shield?
No, that's there.
Yeah.
Any trap is gone and neatly packed up, but any sort of other bit, that's fine. That's still there.
I need more fuck off shields. Need to plaster them over every inch of the room.
You better be careful. People might find that it's an interesting game and continue to come back and try to mess with your room.
It's going to be interesting when he brings someone up to his chambers one night. Do you have self-esteem issues in here? Just surrounded by
just
fuck off.
Drow.
Yeah. They're like Jehovah's Witnesses or mosquitoes. Can't keep them out.
Meanwhile, Lou, when you get up to your room, you find a note on your pillow.
I can read.
Can you?
Well, if I can't, I can.
You can read. It says in common for a change. Because somebody's finally realized you can't speak Drow. A simple thank you for assisting in the matter. Signed with a J. And that's it.
Who the fuck sent that?
J. Do I know anybody named J? Who do I know that starts with a J? Who's going to spend 4 hours brainstorming?
I should ask Jarl Axel. He might know a guy called Jay. He's well connected.
It was Johnny.
Fire trucks. What color are those red fire trucks?
When the fuck does the 4 a.m. bus arrive? Correct answer in Britain? It doesn't. It was delayed.
So, you all get a magical night's rest without any evil drow skulking around trying to murder you.
I do make careful notice of when I go in the room. I check everywhere. Under the bed, beneath a bearskin rug.
There is no globe of darkness in the corner.
Every single drawer, just in case. I check the stuff under my pillow.
I asked Axel to lift his feet just to make sure.
Yep.
Wait, are your talos monogrammed with a J now? What?
I tell Felton to hold that lampshade for me while I check. That suspiciously large, white-haired rubber ducky in the bath.
They enter your room once, and now you're paranoid. Oh, fucking hell.
Nah, it is just straight to sleep.
And then, yep. Wonderful morning, the sun is shining. Nothing is wrong at all.
None of us get up early.
And none of y'all have anything to do for a change.
I'm going to think about money.
Aside from training the kids some more.
I guess Garrix didn't have enough time yesterday to look at the to make a comprehensive drawing of the gun disassembled.
Well, no. If you remember, Jarl Axel said that after you got it back, he could do a drawing and give it back. That'll be whenever they actually give it back to you.
Yeah.
This feels a bit more like it. Admittedly, we've got pressing matters, got a business to open up later. But it's a nice, I'm guessing like a horrible grey dawn.
Very, very, foggy.
It's a grim-looking place out there, which just makes you more inclined to stay in bed, and for once, we actually can. Well, unless you got any plans tonight, love?
Not really.
Fantastic. Come here, you. We don't have to leave unless we hear a knock on the door from tiny hands that aren't the usual tiny hands that knock on our door. The new ones, the nice ones, the polite ones.
So, I will point out that yes, the day goes just about as normal. Was there anything in particular anybody wanted to do, or can we skip ahead to when you get a more formal news about the situation?
I mean, it is 11 minutes past 5 in the morning here.
Okay. Yeah, we can call it here.
Yeah, we're just 15 minutes short. It's fine.
Yeah, I think it was better than having to start going on a larger thing.
Oh, you weren't going to go on for a larger thing. There's just going to be some tie-ups. Because they're not actually going to be doing a really big investigation. Basically, they're just going to show up somewhere at sometime after 2 p.m. and give you the news that yes, he has been tried and convicted. And to thank you for your service.
And his stuff?
will be showing up to you the next day after he's been executed.
Gotta be processed.
Well,
I
that's
feel like
good.
that trial was a little bit short. Was there no
No,
discovery
you see-
period?
Oh, there was none of that. But the interrogation went on for several hours in the middle of the night, and then some the next morning.
I imagine he also didn't bother actually denying guilt.
No, he did not.
Got a nice couple of rants about the knife ears of the surface.
Oh yeah, he Lou's name came up several times about wanting to fucking murder him. And then that pompous fucking human.
I've no idea who he means. Probably
Yeah,
Zord.
talking
shut
about
the fuck
Lou.
up. Yeah, no, he's had personal rants on the lot of you.
And whoever that fucking dwarf is, I don't know, I didn't see him.
A lot about the traitorous drow elf, who's absolutely fucking useless.
I'm sure.
Except when it
sure they
counts.
didn't have to question me.
We should have
Also,
added
he-
some more punches.
Maybe if he didn't have so many teeth, he wouldn't talk so much.
Yeah. About my
They-
thought.
They would mention that it's going to be not a public execution because they think it's a little bit sensitive.
Oh,
But the
God,
offer is if anybody wants to go, there, yeah, you'll be able to go.
Oh.
I ain't
That
gonna
is
be
very
that petty.
tempting. That
Is
is-
anybody
gonna-
going to be that petty?
Yes.
well, if Nadrax is going, I'm going. I gotta go with him.
Well, remember to bring a lunch and all, have a fun day. Off yous go.
Yeah.
He's gonna be standing there with a pack of peanuts.
I will also use one of my spell slots to make a silent image of a huge middle finger. Just before he dies.
It's that horrible thing too of just as he's about to be hanged, when they're about to pull the lever, it's complete and utter silence, except for Lou crunching on his snack.
They would not be allowed to bring the snacks in.
You just hear one loud, crisp crunch after another.
Well, that was a good chip. Whew.
Yeah, unfortunately, you could not bring any snacks.
I mean, you couldn't even be as petty as just even be able to send him a message only he could hear. Determined that's just say intellectual senses regards.
Oh, that'd be so fucking mean.
The thing is, actually, Lou, theoretically, you can do that because none of the interrogators speak Drow sign.
None of the slew.
Ooh, maybe I can just sign off with a good Iblith.
No, but yeah, that's it, just sign off. Friend, in quotes.
Well, no, Lou knows enough to pretty much. He could theoretically find a way to word that Jarlaxle fucking sends him.
Probably shouldn't, though. Revival is not impossible.
Well, as long as he sees the big fucking middle finger, I'm happy.
Lou's gonna wear a bad mustache, pretend he's
I'll
trying
be
to disguise
happy.
himself.
So you all are actually. So who actually is showing up? I'm now confused.
Nadrax.
The two
Just Nadrax and
sociopaths.
Lou? Okay.
Bjorn couldn't give a shit about this draw that apparently was so easy to take down.
Yeah,
Lou
y'all
will be
ended up
respectful,
with some
though.
good fucking luck. Yeah.
Lou won't be
Okay.
so bad as to do major image, but he'll be respectful, sort of.
Fucking stop smiling.
Yeah, he is gonna be smiling.
So okay, yeah, you would be taking it. It's gonna be a small little side room. Lou. Yeah, it feels really fucking uncomfortable. Nadrax, it's not. You get this feeling Saloon doesn't actually care that you're there, Nadrax. He doesn't give two shits about you. He is burying his eyes right into Lou.
Sure hope he doesn't come back as a revenant and team up with a sandworm and a salt devil to
God.
attack you in the middle of nowhere.
I do feel weird. I feel kind of responsible for all those murders, but
He says aloud to the guards.
yeah,
Probably should be me hanging there instead of him,
he wouldn't have killed all of them. If it wasn't for me.
Yeah,
He was killing before you came along.
Yeah,
You
he
can't
was.
take all the credit.
Yep.
But yeah, he's got his hands chained up in front of him, surprisingly, probably because he's flanked by so many guards they don't think he can do jack shit. Yeah, you notice, Lou, those hands are flying and he is insulting the ever-loving fucking shit out of you.
The only thing he ever taught me.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, he does call you a traitor several times too.
Yeah, I wonder if he's surprised I'm not dead yet.
He's
Is
a
he
bit confused
really-
about that.
Is he really a traitor if he ever was halfling in his mind?
Well, you have to remember, all Saloon cares about is the blood part.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He sees a drow.
Oh.
Why aren't you being a proud noble drow?
He thinks that Lou is a horrible traitor drow, both to the cause and, to breaking the earth.
Yeah, he is arguably those things.
No, you haven't betrayed breaking the earth yet, which is probably good for your health. But betraying Jarlaxle is very bad for your health.
This guy didn't even actually betray him.
No, he did. Because you have to remember, he caused some issues.
Yeah.
In their organization.
His recreational time ate into his business expense.
But yeah, you two, you all can tell he's not looking good right now. You have a feeling that they were not very nice to him in the interrogation. Apparently, serial killer drow are not necessarily going to get the best treatment in Waterdeep jail.
Remind me never to be a serial killer, Nadrax.
Human rights are a suggestion, and they don't apply to drow.
You said to a drow. Are
Crowley.
you actually gonna send him any messages before he passes, Lou?
Do I know sorry?
Yeah.
I'll do it as mockingly as I possibly can. I'm sorry.
You can feel those eyes bearing into you as
He's
Snap.
definitely coming back as a revenant.
Yeah. I do try to make sure he sees the 15-foot middle finger as well.
Yeah, I'll Vanna White it for you.
they ask you to put that away.
Mm-mm. I make
Actually-
it smaller first before I win it, before it vanishes eventually.
But yeah, so you all did successfully see him off. He is deceased. And because you were there, they can actually just hand you stuff.
Easy.
What he has on his person, all of the weapons that was listed above. But he also, of course, has his cloak, which is a regular cloak, not magical. You have boots of elven kind, but they're specifically drow made. Which that has their own implications and problems.
It's
And,
cursed.
No, it's just that daylight becomes an issue. Although, you probably wouldn't actually know that it's drow made.
The spiders are a bit of a tip-off.
No, they actually just look like regular boots.
No, they're just filled with spiders. They look fine, but they're just containing them.
Yes,
then
to
he
more
just has-
spiders.
He has studded leather armor, and he actually does have a shield.
Studded leather.
Mhm.
Mm.
Step up for a couple of you.
It is drow sized, but anybody else who needs it theoretically could acquire it and
Yeah, it can
make
be
it
let
work.
out.
Do you need it?
I'm at leather right now.
Yeah, I do.
What's your AC?
14.
Okay, you're only one above me, so either way. I mean, if I take the boots, if nobody else wants them, you can have the armor.
Yeah. Sure, you can have the boots. Dragonborn aren't really made to wear boots anyway.
Maybe have to be steel-toed.
Meanwhile, while they were mocking a dying man, the Red Shell Bunch have a heartwarming evening with the kids. Good food, good
part-
stories, good learning.
This is the part where the film reviewers are going, I feel like this part here is it has a bit of a whiplash in mood.
Those city folk are fucking vicious.
But I mean, they're going to come back, and I'm sure Gaddix is immediately going to be thrilled when he sees that he can actually make a chart of the gun.
Yeah, get started now before Jarl actually shows up.
If I can, yeah.
Yeah, you got plenty of time for that.
I mean, if you also write down how it is, if you disassemble it and write it down, we got a couple of talented black weaponsmiths right around the corner.
In your bigger issues, supply of smoke powder, but
Yeah, it's gonna take. Yeah, see, the nice thing about my gun currently is it doesn't take any of that.
and we've got lots
But
of
yes.
things to pick up on.
Yep. We will actually move on to the next bit and actual exchanging weapons and things the next day.
Indeed. So for now, we'll head off for the night.